Well, well. You're funny. I'm not buying Google fee. Ooh, Blue Eyeshadow. That's one I haven't listened to in a while. Man, it just sucks that like the YouTube just wants to give you like 2 minutes of ads every time you load it. There we go. Yep. So this is what's happening. This game, for some reason, has ultimately grabbed my attention in a way that it just shouldn't. It really shouldn't. So it is a rally game in which it tried to do a lot of things. It's questionably okay at several of them. It's an acceptable game. It could really be better, but it's enjoyable that the legs don't take, but like, you know, it's like a minute or two for a run. And the AI appears to be honest. They're run on some kind of rails, but like they're running whatever time they run. I don't know. There's not a lot of people on the mahjongs right now, as well. And we got tomorrow too. I finished the quests for today, and I'm in a lot of pain. So here we are. So what got me playing this game again? And I really didn't play it a ton. I knew it existed. I kind of played the original, and I'm like, Top Gear Rally really sucks. It's like super arcadey and terrible. And I don't know if it's the same company that made this game, but somehow this game is decidedly not all the bad things that the other one was. There's it's an RPG. It's more of an RPG element, because it's not a season like you have to ever restart it. But it's similar to the pod racing game, where like you can only win the trophy once. You basically accumulate championship points. And the championship points can be earned by doing the driving school, winning trophies, and winning stages of races, or placing in them. However, completing an entire rally run and getting a trophy, that bonus is only available once. Just like completing a driving school level, similar like Gran Turismo. You don't like that's it. You can only get that bonus once. And these championship points, you never lose them. They're basically just like experience points that you've accumulated. The only ones that are infinite are this little 3-point bonus that we get for winning this stage. And that's based on the level that we're on. I'm gonna need rain tires again. Where are the tires? You have this choice of loose to tight steering, which is actually in reverse. So basically when we're on a lot of pavement and tracks that we kind of don't want to have a lot of oversteer and sliding, we go more to the left on that. All I know is we go to the left on that bar. I normally say understeer, but they call it loose, which is wrong. I don't know where they got that from, and that's a lot of the things in this game. So you also get credits to buy parts. And all of the parts actually matter, which is somehow interesting me in this game more. Now, unfortunately, like, both the parts and better cars are locked by this championship point thing. Whenever you choose to change the team that you're on, you lose all of the parts that you had, as well as 20% of your money. And it warns you about the money, but not about the car. And in between reading the manual, the guide, and the guide, there's no information in the guide. There's one guide that exists on the internet. That's all you get. By the way, the tunes are vaporwave because I couldn't stand it's like a hillbilly soundtrack. I don't know what the music direction in this game was trying to do, but we're over the one track this game has. So it's very quiet, and if it's annoying, I can just turn it off. But yeah, so you get these credits to buy parts. And sort of the object is of course, to gain enough trophies that you unlock, there's 5 different cups, if you will, but there's no overall cup to win or anything. I mean, I suppose completing the game would be like winning all the high-level races, because the lower-level ones really don't matter. You have a ridiculously powerful car when you get to the end, that unless you're like 100%ing everything. What's really funny is there is a quote-unquote tutorial race, and one thing in this game that's quite interesting, and it's a very important thing in Rally, is that for each segment of the time trial, and it actually gets that part right, by the way, there's staggered starts, like it tries to be the best simulation it can on the N64, and I can't say that it did a bad job of this. I really can't. But you see, now we have 571 points. And all we're trying to do, we currently do not have a car that can compete with these, but I also don't have enough credits to rebuy all the parts and be competitive. So what we're trying to do is gain enough of these championship points to unlock. I have the list of cars in the game. Right now we have the funny thing is they also have this license, like they have rally art and a whole bunch of different things. I'll show you. This is driver's board. So we're currently driving for Argon Motors, which I don't think is a real thing, but they have real things in here too. So the cars available are the Sport Zero that you start with, Twin Racing, which I don't know who they are. We'll just go through the list, huh? Super Sport Zero, excuse me. Oh no, that's the better one. Okay, so where's the garbage one? Are we going down the list here? Am I only allowed to pick? Well, I'll just give you the list then if I'm seriously... Oh no, we can go down. Okay, so here you go. So here's all the cars that we have unlocked so far. So the first one's the Sport Zero, and you can see it's got 83 horsepower. Horsepower is actually a lie in this game. Well, I'm not really sure. I don't know if horsepower and top speed are related, but horsepower appears to have actually meant to have been torque in this game, because we'll eventually show that climbing a hill with bad tires, because tires are everything in this game, is a serious problem. And you will be in a situation where you have to run tarmac tires with a dirt hill climb in the mountain races, and on the higher levels, my tires pop and I actually stall on the hill. And that's the car. So that's the problem that we have. So I think the 83 here for horsepower, the worst car in the game, is actually torque and not, because they show you top speed and torque and horsepower, which you wouldn't need the top speed. You don't need both. Like, there has to be two different things going on. There's also, every part that you buy has a weight, which they don't really tell you anything besides like it weighs a percentage. The lower weight, the better. And that also appears to have a very big issue going up hills. Handling, we need to play with that, and that's why I'm interested in the Subaru Impreza, because I have the list, and it's basically the highest handling car that's nearest to the top speed. So in order, your choices are the Sport Zero, the Twin Racing, Midnight Motors. Let's go through some of these. Twin Racing, Midnight Motors, the Lariat, the Vortec, and these all just basically are incrementally better than the last one. Tri-Lariat, Quadra, Argon Motors, which is where we're at. Then the other ones we could upgrade to technically are the Super Sport Zero, Argon Focal, Midnight Talon, and then there's 3 more: the Subaru Impreza, the Mitsubishi Lancer, and the Toyota Corolla. Alright, so back to grinding races. Like, ideally, I just want to be able to win one of these, because it would give me a lot more points. So let's try this stupid race again. Okay, so you see all these different stats for the tires. So the first thing we learned, stock tires are crap. This looks okay, but they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible, and I don't know why they're so bad, but they are. And you basically just pick the tire. I mean, I don't have any better ones unlocked, so we just pick the most appropriate tire. And generally we're towards the left-hand side. On the snow, I did learn in the snow practice driving school level that if we ever have to deal with hairpins and snow, and basically just trying to drive as quickly as we can on snow and still being able to turn without losing grip of the car. We have to actually move that driving thing all the way to the right, which sounds crazy, I know, but it's also interesting that they simulate damage. Like, you actually can lose your navigation, the clock, like basically where you are and stuff, the call out, by going through water, because it damages your parts. So that's what all that stuff on the bottom is. Your tires are always taking damage, and if you're ever on the wrong surface for your tires, that includes off tracks, and like for instance, if I was on tarmac tires right now, I would be absolutely destroying my tires on dirt. Oh, we're really having trouble here. And this is the issue I'm having with this level. And see, like, so there's wheel spin in this game, and they don't really tell you too much of it. And I'm not listening for it right now because I'm kind of just trying to grind points. If we have to focus, we'll turn off the music. But okay. You'll notice we had a second place trophy. And these gaps, I have no idea where they're calculating these gaps from. It's almost like the checkpoint. So like on the left are the actual times that everyone went through the checkpoint at. So like if that was our final tally, that's what it would be. The gap just seems to be wrong, and I don't know if it's just taken at another time or what. I also need to like use my brakes. You have an e-brake in this game. The tires are gonna blow. They're gonna blow like right here. So like, there we go, nav computer failed. You can actually break parts on your car, and just like a real rally, you do actually have to repair them in between segments, and you only have so much time. You're welcome to stay back and basically while the race is going on, repair your car. You can do that. It's probably ill-advised. We can just get third, but I don't think we're even going to have a sniff of third here, and this is why we keep, and so you have to go to the menu. Tires you can change on the fly, and this is why we were grinding that other race. I have no idea how we got second in this race. I think the issue is for this particular car, I purchased a lot of upgrades, and all of these upgrades, particularly the turbo upgrade, added a lot of weight to the car. And that's just been a massive issue. Do we see if we can potentially catch up? Sure. We'll see. We'll see if we can catch up a little bit. We may not be able to, and we'll abandon. That's the one nice thing about this game, is you can always try stuff and then abandon. Saving frequently is advised, especially if you're going to change a team. But so the one thing that we discovered through some of the driving tutorials, and they kind of tell you about it, but basically you can get a lot of wheel spin on bad surfaces and in bad conditions. And what that basically means is that your car will basically be stuck in a power slide. Hey Dozer. It'd be stuck in a power slide, and your RPMs are going to be locked. You're not going to be anywhere near top speed. And in a real racing game, you would actually, like you're spinning out, and you kind of have to counter steer it. But it's kind of done weird in this game. I mean, it works, but it's a really arcadey, boxy game. And like I said, the primary fun of it is I'm just kind of trying to figure out a way to, like that one right there. So like the mastery of this game is whatever you do to build the car and set up your steering such that you can get through these types of corners with relative ease and not getting that opposite lock. It's hard to explain though, because like what I would normally expect in a racing game, like an actual simulation, the behavior is wrong. You basically never get out of lock unless you like slam on the brakes or counter steer it till it recovers, which I guess is kind of like what you would expect to do. But in this game, it's just like how you would normally clear it in a real life situation. It doesn't quite work that way. It just kind of continuously locks you, and all you do is just continuously spin out, even if you basically stop. If you literally stop the car, it'll still continue screwing up and spinning out. So, like here, I'm just stuck. And so you do get this nice little reset button, but of course that costs you a fortune in time. And like there, no idea. No idea. I don't know how to fix that. So there's different drivetrains you can use. Drivetrains are cool. Basically what we've learned so far is in basically all situations, oops, it doesn't actually help you a whole lot. See, like that, it's just the snap oversteer, despite us having the right tires and not even going fast. And there we go, there's another tire failure. So we're just going to take our money and leave this race. Sad. And the longer you're in water, you see now our speedometer broke. Ooh, filter failure is probably a reset. Wow. Wow. Depending on how much it costs to repair this. I don't think I saved in between the races. See, now we're an eternity behind, so we're kind of just out of here. Let's go see what we're doing here. Depending on how much this costs, I might be not continuing on this save. Oh, okay, we can do that. But yeah, this is one of the big changes you can make, is you can basically, like, we already tried all-wheel drive we already tried all of these, like the hill climb situation and just general all the races we're doing well at, and the ones we're struggling at. Most cars are front, you want to have front wheel. Alright, so we can't win any of these other cups. I have no idea how we got second in any of them. So we're gonna just grind the one that we know how to do until we get that unlocked. So you're going to see us going really fast here, and this is the one that has the hill climb. But as long as we don't basically get stuck, so one thing that did help us was we bought a better suspension. It's basically the only thing, like there's a little help thing in the game, it's the only part besides your normal car stuff, like tires and stuff that are pretty obvious what they're doing. But like your intercooler, your turbos, etc. It's the only part for shocks and absorbers that says it does something else besides make the car go faster. It says it increases grip, which and the amount of bouncing the car does. And it did seem true. We bought the better one, and we actually had a really big, like here we go, here's the big hill climb. So right now, because we're on tarmac tires, we're absolutely destroying these tires, and you'll see them start blinking red soon. It's a very long section. But there's basically these hill climbs, and what would happen, you see the AI is having the same issue I am. Oh my god, we made it through the section without dying. But there it is. So you tend to get stuck with the tire braking right there at the top of the hill, and you can't get over the hill anymore, and you have to basically fall all the way down and just lose all the time. But now we're pretty much home clear. And funny story is, like, every segment of this particular, every stage of this particular race is basically these little switchback sections at high speed on tarmac with that one section every single time. That's the other thing that kind of interests me about this game, is they made a lot of different, it's sort of like Road Rash in that they basically, you do shorter versions of the same track, and it's really just pieces of it built together. Road Rash, though, they actually, no one really notices it, but you basically drive exactly the same track, and they just add more to it each time. But you see there, we got a lot of money and 3 championship points. And guess what we get to do again? But I'm just curious if we can beat the middle cup, because Cochise is doing an N64 challenge, and this game I always kind of really wanted to dig into more when I was reminded about it, and I was just curious because he's been really struggling with it. Like, there's no manual. Like, the manual sucks. The manual's like 8 pages of nothing. These guys that made the game clearly tried to, like, there's a lot of simulation aspects. I mean, the game looks very dorky, but, like, I played Penny Racers. That game is not a simulation at all. That game is really, really bad. And then, I don't know, there's just something a little bit fun about figuring out a game that not a lot of information's out there about. This could be the video. Yeah, basically all that, I got into it last night and played the earlier races. I guess there's a code to unlock stuff, but I really wanted to just feel the struggle. He's been working on it for... He streams a few hours every night, generally. But he's like 20 hours at least into this game, and I mean, I don't know. Like, a lot of... It's always interesting, a lot of speedrunners and people that kind of play like some of them really like the racing games, and then others it's like their bane of their existence. It's a very different type of game. Like, it's not a beat 'em up. There's nothing to beat up, right? Unless you're playing Mario Kart, I guess. But even then, like, knowing a little bit about racing, or at least what they were trying to do when they made the game, and what doesn't work and what does work, you can... Obviously, the cheesiest examples are very arcadey games where it's all about just knowing where the shortcuts are and driving them. Like that's that wheel spin, and it's just everywhere. But sometimes we can catch it. Most times I'm actually using the e-brake now. There isn't much. What's funny in this game is there's basically the only difference between the e-brake and the brake is basically the amount of turning radius. It's almost like you're on a suit. Like, it looks like it, I'm sure, but it's like you have a supermarket, what you call it, cart, like a trolley, the supermarket, and it just basically lets you swivel a lot harder. You appear to brake just as hard with both of them, which is strange. But usually, at high speed, slamming the e-brake, and this is something they used to use in Rally, and they don't really use e-brake, I'm told, as much anymore. Not that I really know, but so I've heard. Also, the engine overheat, it's really funny, because like, I really enjoy like actual simulations of racing games, and particularly Dirt 2 is really good. It's really funny that your engine overheats in this, because you get all these random overheats in Dirt 2, and none of them matter. And that's what I told Coaches. I'm like, this guy on the guide says, I mean, like, I'm watching it, I'm watching you, and having played it, engine overheat is just basically you rev too high. And like, yeah, if you really, I guess, overdo it in Dirt 2, you can eventually blow your engine. It's just the courses are too short, and it's going to run hot because you're running it. So, sure. But in this game, it appears that it hurts your torque if you're going uphill, which can matter a lot. But by the time you're struggling, it's kind of already over anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But otherwise, it appears to knock your maximum horsepower, like your top speed, let's say. You lose 1 mile per hour, if those are even miles per hour. So you lose 1 mile per hour. That seems to be the maximum effectiveness of the engine overheats. It's actually a pretty clean run. But yeah, so this is basically the apex of what this car can do without us spending all of our money. And the other thing is, if you bust parts that aren't original parts, you have to spend money. Oh no. This is really happening. We've still not unlocked. So this is what we're trying to do, is this Rally Cup requires another 27 points. I guess we get to do that again. I'm amazed that I can't beat any of these other things. We're gonna try. So you see, I have a current horsepower at the bottom, but the interesting thing is it doesn't tell you how much the car weighs, which seems to be an important thing that they don't tell you about. I don't know, let's just try making some marginal improvements. What are we racing on? It's a rainy day in the desert, so we already have them equipped, I'm assuming. But if we can actually win this one, we'll get a lot more points. We won't have to race basically the same one over again. But it's sort of by design. We were, I think, supposed to upgrade our car. Sorry, pick a different team to join, which would again erase all of our upgrades. But we have the points to do it. And there's that engine overheat. Technically resolvable by just letting go of the gas. Is this really happening? Like, see, we made all those improvements to the car, and none of it matters. Now, this is the really fun part, is you actually have to slam on the brakes in front of that train track. If you run over the train tracks, you'll literally pop all of your drive tires if you go too fast over them. So we were losing this race by quite a bit of time before. I don't know, we'll see if it's, I wonder what else we could buy that would help, besides changing cars. We're really not that far behind, I mean, all things considered. We were like 10 seconds behind before we upgraded. But a lot of the upgrades on the car are just pittance. But I think that weight does matter, because this particular track has so many of these uphills, and you can see when we go uphill the car struggles a bit. Kind of curious if we had upgraded the suspension, if that would have helped. Here's another train track, and we have caution. Somewhere you could probably go a little bit faster than 40, but I think the damage is incremental based on. And this is this crazy little double hairpin they have, and there it is. There's the tire failure. So of course nobody else had a tire failure. We're just going to lose here. So. I don't see the reason to want to save here. If it stops raining, we could try doing one without the rain. But we're just not that fast, for whatever reason on this track. I have no idea how we got second. You can see we're 17 seconds in arrears, and it still rains, so we're just going to go back and redo that race. Very sad. Yeah. Give me back my son. Give me that money back. It just sucks that in that next cup, there's no race that has a there's no race that doesn't have bad conditions. That really seems to be where the car limitation is, because like, we have the tarmac solution. On tarmac, you just run the best tarmac car you can do and hope to God that the car makes it up the damn hill. This is the e-brake. I do really want to play some Mahjong. There's like nobody on, and we have there's quests to do. And they're available till 4 p.m. tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow is the thing. I have some other stuff to wrap up as we get towards December Ween here. December Ween Eve. Gotta watch out for that guy. The funny thing is the AI, it does appear to be actually beholden to the same rules that you have to. Like, everybody else blows a tire here too. So, like, part durability is very much a thing, which is very interesting. There's our... We want to make sure we have this happen at the bottom of the hill. See, these guys... Oh, no. Oh, no. And this is the problem. Gotta get up the hill somehow. Now our engine's overheating. Got over the hill. Fortunately, I think we lose now. So like I said, we had something figured out. I think it's just we changed cars after winning some of these events, thinking that our car would be better, and it's just not. But even if we can get third place here, that would be a market improvement. Notice that that time I slammed on the brakes instead of the e-brake. I don't know what the functional difference is. Like, use whatever. I don't think the game is... you don't necessarily need every little sinew of speed and everything to the nth degree. This guy's at 136. This other car hasn't finished yet, so if we get one championship point out of this, Let's go to the next round, because we can't earn any points for the overall. So we got 1 point. That's okay. And now we have to switch over to the rain tires. And what's funny is there's, like I said, there's other tires, but those 5 are the only ones you can actually use. We bought some of the other ones testing a save, and there's a better tarmac tire. The problem is it has no durability, and at this stage of the game, there's no other races that have where it's just only tarmac, right? And on that amount of time that you spend off-road, either here or there, whether it's part of the track or not, anytime you're off the designed thing for the tire, it just eats its durability apart. So if the tires don't have like 60% durability on these later races and they're longer, you're going to see that tire below blinking red, and then we know it's about to break. And that's even better. Even the worst part is you can't just have the thing until the tire's actually flat. You're not allowed to change it. And in other rally games, like I think Richard Burns Rally does it, but Dirt 2 and what I would expect of a rally simulation is at any given time, at least tires. There should at least be a way to stop and change a tire. But it is interesting, like this game does appear to be simulating durability of the tire. Like this is not something I would expect from what appears to be an arcade racing game. That, I mean, honestly, for all the things they tried to sim, they did a reasonably good job. But the whole thing is it does seem that each tire has its own individual durability, and that's actually tracked. So like if I manage to hit, like if I smack into a barrier, it will apply the damage not to just all the tires, but just specifically the one that took the contact. Hey, Sharkleberry. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Top Gear Rally, but it's been a while. I didn't like the nasty catch-up logic, but GBA is beyond the N64 version, I believe. It's not the same. I remember renting Top Gear Rally and being like, this is an awful grind fest, but maybe in retrospect I would like it more. But if it's very, very similar, please correct me. But I don't think they had all the... Like, I don't think you had parts, and I think it was just like there were championships and then some races. See, there you go. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like this game is like worth a look at, like if you're just bored. But it just seemed like a really hard game, and I will say, like, there's basically a wall that you have to figure out how to get by after the third cup. Like we're trying to solve the wall to give Kochi some actual advice without me just saying, "Oh, hey, try this." And people in chat saying, like, "I'm gonna actually do it." Because for whatever reason, I'm enjoying the game just enough. But yeah, Richard Burns Rally is really, really good. Many people still consider it the best rally game ever. And there's a lot of mods and like updated graphic stuff for it too. It's just a shame what's happened to like a lot of sim racing. It's like it's gotten too casual, so like subtle things. So like Forza is a good example. Is it's like, you know, it's I call them semi simulations. Like there's too many arcade elements to it, and things that are overlooked. But I mean, at some point people want to have fun too. But it's just like in order to sell copies, what I'm trying to say is, in order to sell copies of the game, you need to actually, in this day and age, it needs to have those impressive graphics. Even though by upgrading the graphics, we didn't actually make the simulation any better. And there's a game with technically worse graphics, but superior in every other way. But a lot of games now are getting the, like, I used to drool over games that had changing weather conditions. Like GTR 2 was the first game that had that, and it was really, really good. You had to use a special patch to unlock it. And we're at 586. We can't win any of these. 21 more points, oh lordy. If only I could improve my rating in this particular one. This one's clear day, like it's on farmland. And here's the issue. So here's our actual tire choices. The stock ones are terrible. Because I even tried it. I tried doing this one because it's 50-50, road, dirt, rain, mud. But the durability is 27%, which kind of just dunks any usefulness. Sub-Zero, like these are the ones that say SC, those are your credits, by the way. The Sub-Zero one is for snow, which we don't have any of those levels yet, and we can't beat the one that has it, because it's in the Pro Cup. And these Ice Grip, again, it's for snow, but they're not as good as the Sub-Zeros, so why would you bother using them? Actually, those might have higher durability. They have more durability, so you might actually want to use those. These are the Road Slicks. They have a 94 on road, but their durability is garbage. And that's why we're using the Tarmac 450. The menu does actually lag. That's just a thing. Stock comes for free, so basically you buy your rain tires and Trailblazer for dirt, and that's it. Those are basically the only viable choices. And I don't know why I'm picking that. And did we buy the stabilizers? So, like, notice here, so I can hold Z. Stabilizers limit the amount of lateral roll increase road to tire contact. And it shows a number that never exists anywhere else. Sure. That seems interesting. And then this one has the better control and speed, allegedly. But notice it's like variation, like see how much higher those are, but then the rest... It's like I really don't know between these two what's better. But these are the only two things I think you could possibly purchase that would have any impact on the this particular level. Let's see if we can get a good run on the farmland. Otherwise, we have to farm that other track at least, like... at some point, I'm going to unlock the Impreza, and we're going to give that a shot. Not sure we're going to try to beat the rest of the game, but at least where Cochise was really stuck is basically where we're at. So here's the issue, is like our best tire on this track is the Tarmac tire. But what we're running on now is dirt. So it's got a really good entry there, so it's hard. It didn't look as difficult to control the car. But we have to stay on this tarmac. If we off track, it breaks the tire. Like that. And you'll notice just how much more speed we have on the tarmac.
Easy left. Checkpoint.
See, like that was really bad, but I just kind of let it coast through because I'm not going to stop the car. The tire will eventually break probably once during this race. But we're just, by the hole, much faster than the other traffic. Thankfully, like, hitting cars does hurt, but it doesn't hurt that much. Like, hitting obstacles and doing what you're not supposed to be doing is way more damaging. But here we go. This particular bridge dirt segment is by far the worst. Because you kind of just have to slide all the way through it, and I'm not really sure. And running on this grass breaks the tire. Of course, it was on the left that time, but either way. So we get a fresh left. We might actually be able to do well on this race now. You see I keep moving from 4th to 1st, and the Hot Wheels, was it now? I'm told Forza Horizon 5 sucks and I shouldn't buy it. I'm really not a big, like, I really wish Forza Motorsport, like, I'd play that on Steam, at least for some fun. Even though I know the simulation's not. It's just something to play with the controller when I don't feel like setting up the wheel. Oh, it's Bob Fair. How you doing? How you doing? It's a technically, this is a 4-player game. Oh, here we go. So here's another... Oh, that's not good. So we had to reset there, because basically the car just ends up... Oh, God. Ends up in this inevitable spin that never seems to go away, and now we lose. Because this is all the car's going to do now, because we basically have a tire that's dead. Engine overheat. And anytime I touch the... Yep, there it is. So we just lose, just like that. Hang it in there. Not 100%, but it is what it is. Like, and then this, and then I just don't know what we're supposed to do here. But we also, like, shouldn't have hit the wall. screwing up has a real consequence. I don't think we actually busted anything, so technically we gained money. But then it's like, okay, so we go back to the same problem of like, let's go back to the one we can win. Because we need those championship points to unlock what we want to do. And there's just not really a point to be doing anything else. Tarmac, right? Oh no, we broke the shocks. Alright, let's go. So we'll just keep doing this till we unlock the Impreza. Whatever. So we probably could have avoided this problem by just getting a better car and just suffering the penalty. But we're so close that I'm just like, it's just more farming, even though it looks dumb to have to do this race like 4 times. Oh god. I did learn how to reverse the car, by the way. That's the coolest reverse I've ever done on this car. Good news is we should still win this race, so despite that, even though we could just reset right now with no consequences. There's no entry fees or anything. We're gonna have to close a 4.5-second gap. But considering this track's about a minute and change long, it's just faster. Like, even if we get second, see, we've already caught up a bit. So even if we get third, we still get at least 1 point out of it. But fourth is really the only failure. And I also noticed that the AI, different cars get chosen, so sometimes you're against harder opponents than others. You see, this is the real issue. Is you see, Jesus. So this is where the engine overheats actually, I think, matters, right? Because we clearly don't have a lot of power, on top of not having a lot of power. So we're just going to lose this segment. We'll just go to the next segment. That's fine. If we get third, we get third. If we don't, we don't. We're so close to the end. Yeah, people seem to like that. I was hearing about that yesterday. But the problem is Gran Turismo's on a console. No, that's the actual problem. Why? Oh. I mean, like the Laguna Seca or whatever mirrored is not a problem. I'm sure iRacing says. Actually, I think iRacing just says how many tracks and then configurations. Because technically, I think that's a configuration. I'm not sure they actually do mirrored tracks, but they have all the. Yeah, I think they do. Maybe not. iRacing has like it's in a weird position because they're rescanning old tracks. So like, you have this situation where. When you go to do a race, some of them do a formation lap and some of them do not. And how you know if it's a recently scanned track or rescan, they no longer have the formation lap. Which kind of makes sense for the way they try to do pickup racing. Even though in a professional sense, like if it was a race for money, they probably like, you want to have a full sim, you do need that formation lap to heat the tires. But I think a lot of theirs just use, I like that there's like mosquitoes or something on this too. Like you'll notice coming up from the ground there's like random bees. They don't do anything, but they're like bugs on your windshield. Just need those championship points. So my hope is when we unlock the Impreza, the handling and or something, like maybe the handling kind of helps this tire problem, and that's why I'm thinking that despite it having a much lower advertised top speed, that maybe we can win some of these later races. Because according to this guide, it says it's the only car that, I guess it can't be changed from, and the only one that comes with all-wheel drive. Which, on this car we tested it and that just didn't matter. Like, front-wheel drive is just by far the best for basically every situation we've seen. Rear wheel does seem to be a little bit better on this tarmac situation, but the problem is there's no more tarmac races. This is the highest level tarmac race because clearly I'm trying to farm it for points. but all of them are in bad conditions. So like, if I switch to rear-wheel drive here, I'd be spinning out a ton and getting all that lovely wheel spin. So I'd be going 80 instead of 100.
Right. On left.
What Gran Turismo are they on anyways, or did they stop using numbers? We're actually not getting first in this race. Wow. Game is rigged. Oh, maybe we did. I think we got clipped for first, but second still worth it. Oh no, nut bunnies. Wow, we're like actually legitimately losing. But yeah, so the Subaru Sub-O has 389 horsepower, which we still think is torque, or implemented as torque for some reason. Has a handling of 76 and a top speed of 105. The Mitsubishi Lancer and the Toyota Corolla each have 401 for horsepower. The Mitsubishi has a 67 for handling, the Toyota has a 58. Like, that's a pretty remarkable difference. The starting car in the game has a 70. The second car I used clearly did have less handling. It only had 50 handle, but it had a much higher horsepower at top speed, and it was noticeable. But that's a 30 horsepower difference. Torque, whatever. And the guide even mentions that the horsepower is how fast it is off the line. So like, that's torque, not horsepower. They kind of, you know, it's I have no idea how their model works in this game, because clearly it's weird. That's all I know. So it's possible the Subaru is terrible, but it should at least let us run the higher races and, like, you know, hopefully we can do something. I can't imagine that. I mean, that'd be pretty crazy if the fourth cup level of 5 is impossible with the third best car in the game that looks on par to the other two. We're actually losing. How are we losing this? It's almost like the cars that get rolled are just harder than it was the last time we easily won. Period. Where's Biva for all this racing talk? So as long as we finish, like, look at that. So, like, did you see that? Like, there's two of them that finished at 123s. We got a 124. And that's all you get, man. That's alright. I'll go again. But I figured it's been a few days since the stream and all that fun stuff, so I figured this would be fun. Maybe if we find something cool, I can let Coach Cheese know. Because he's, like, so disheartened because he's got in the bid. Because, of course, then, like since we got N64 up and we're talking about games, like, what is your, anyone that's in chat, what is your, what's the best, to you anyways, what do you think is your favorite N64 game? And what do you, like everyone's gonna say Superman 64. Like, what's your favorite and least favorite? Like, I'm assuming nostalgia, and, like, what did you play a lot of? Like stuff like Space Station, so like Space Station Silicon Valley is amazing to me. Oh no, thank you. And use the reset. No. Oh dear, no. Just screw it. We were clear. We were clear as crystal. We got through it. We got hit. But no, I didn't ever finish it. But I got through like half the game, and I thought it was the most amazing game ever. And it had lots of emulation issues, and I didn't have at the time a way to get a copy of it.
right.
The Space Station Silicon Valley, I think, is an amazing game, and I need to like finish it somehow.
Right. Easy
Played the
right.
hell out of Mario Kart. Harvest Moon as well.
Easy left.
There's a lot of good ones, but then there's like a whole bunch of like weird rotten eggs on the N64 too. Like I played through GoldenEye.
Easy left.
Like the campaign is really good, but like at the same, like it has a lot of replayability, but like looking back, I'm like, I mean, honestly, like the AI in it's honestly some of the AI is actually probably better than Morrowind or something. Similar era though.
Caution.
We're gonna pop this tire right now. Get me up the hill, man. Get me up the hill. Get me up the hill. Let's go. Hey, we did it. Okay, we made it up. We made it up the hill. Let's go.
Right. Easy left. Right.
I remember Quest 64 just sucking my soul. They tried to add a thing in the game to let you warp around, except it's a consumable, so you always have to re-grab it every time you use it.
Easy right.
And then of course the game's like half impossible too. Then I think they re-released it and like changed some of the spells.
Caution.
Like if you don't know how to level your guy or what to look for and do, God is that campaign. There aren't a lot of RPGs on the N64. Okay, so we're gonna get third here at worst. It's a point. Oh, we got second, hooray. We'll switch to the rain tires. That's the other thing, is I don't even have to look anymore. I know the first one is dry and the next two are wet. So at 590 and we didn't get the next car. I really hope the Subaru is workable.
Easy right. Checkpoint. Hard left. Easy left. Caution. Checkpoint. Hard right.
Uh-oh, we gotta stall the car here.
Easy left. Checkpoint.
How are we 3 seconds behind? Like, what? Who did I wrong?
Caution. Easy left. Checkpoint.
Well, we're way. So whoever, we need to look at what car that is destroying us right now, because that car, whenever that car shows up, every single one of these in this cup is impossible to win.
Checkpoint.
Like, I'm clearly crushing it, but this guy crushes it harder.
Easy right.
But I'm curious what team it is, because it literally seems like they just pick
Hard left.
some of the teams, and that's just it. And I don't know if they actually are secretly getting better as the game goes on, because if I go down a cup, they clearly aren't as good, and I can still destroy them. Give me a second. So what team is this fourth car? Whatever that symbol is. I think that's Super Sports Zero. This is also rainy. So now we're at 592. We're very close to unlocking the last set of cups. And hopefully like 600 points is another... Like, I just want this other car.
Hard right. Easy left.
And again, like, so once you win a trophy, that there's like a monetary bonus that's pretty large and a big championship point bonus. But once you win the whole round, whatever trophy you get, the only way you get more points is if you like got a third place trophy and then get first place, and then you get the difference of what the values were. So the only points we can get on this particular race are just winning the stage. There's just a flat side bonus of 3, 2, 1 at this cup level for first, second, or third. The other thing that's very interesting about this game is it actually has a 2-player championship mode, which I think is kind of cool, to be honest.
Easy left. Checkpoint.
Well, we might need a new album. I don't know how long we've been live for, but I'm going to assume we need a new album. I also have to give this game a little bit props too, is for a racing game, like for an arcadey one, like you have so much look ahead on the track. Plus you have the thing on the left, so like even if the navigation thing is a little bit, you know, the callouts are a little bit off, but just because you see so many of the same pieces of track everywhere, it becomes a lot more familiar. Like, pretty cool. What is happening with my luxury elite? Cat system court. What's this one? Alright, I can work that. Wow, we actually only got one there? Jeepers. Oh, we got 5 points. How many more points? 14 more points. Oh dear. Well, like, all we have to do is like do better at one of these. We're gonna try this one again. Oh, that's what I was gonna look at. Is what team is that that's destroying us? So if we go back here, we can go to the driver's board and see what team is that. It is Super Sport Zero. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get lucky on this International Pro Sport. A second or a first would probably get us enough bonus points. Oh, and we also now have the better. Oh no, we don't. We could just try this and see. Like, I'm looking at it going, well, it costs more. Like, just because it costs more in this game doesn't seem to mean jack. But let's give it a shot. If we can get through like 2 stages of this without dying, and maybe we get lucky and we don't get the... Like, we almost won that one, didn't we? Thanks, game. Thanks. So we're gonna actually... Oh, no. Just get me out of here, game. Let's try bringing our steering up a little bit. What's funny is that loose, normal, tight is literally in reverse. To the right is understeer, sorry, oversteer, and to the left is understeer. But considering I want to get more on these dirt sections, I want to have more control on the dirt sections, having a little bit more ability to power slide. Well, that didn't help because we hit the thing at the start. I'll try one more time, and then I'm giving up on this. I'm gonna go full tilt stupid, because that didn't even feel right. So let's just go absolutely stupid and just make it ridiculously tight so the car can't. Because really going all the way to the right works really well on like crazy snowy conditions where you have to do hairpins. On this, I mean, we clearly almost won it with the. I should probably just be braking going into this little chicane. Yeah, like here I don't have enough control, clearly. What's funny is it's basically like a weight jacker. You can basically change it in the middle of the race, which is kind of cool, because it's In many racing series, you actually have a control for that. That'll change basically the roll bars on the fly.
Easy left. Hard left. Easy left. Checkpoint.
Oh god. So you notice we have a tire blinking red now.
Easy left. Checkpoint.
Oh, uh-oh. We got past a couple of them. I mean, if we fail getting the Super Cup, I mean, just getting second in this race, I mean, we're only getting thirds in the other one now, so...
Hard right. Easy left.
Oh god. See, I tried to hit that. What's funny is your reset is straight up instant. Like, you don't even have to give me a fresh tire again. You also can always, anyone getting repairs, that blinky, you can always drive through them, and that's an important thing to know. Because on some of these, like, you're trying to do a hill climb and someone's getting a tire repair. So just like that, we were winning and now we're not.
Left.
Just like that.
Hard left. Easy right. Hard left. Checkpoint. Easy left. Hard right. Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy left.
Hopefully someone busts the tire, maybe?
Hard right. Easy left. Easy left into easy
We have to
right
be
into
close
caution.
to
Hard left. Checkpoint.
142, huh?
Easy right. Easy
It's like this
left.
section is just one of those that, like, if you can hold the momentum, it kind of goes okay. Oh no. I can't really do anything about that, the tire just broke.
Easy left.
Oh, frame drop, that's cool. So we'll give this run one more shot. We're going back to the other one. Because if we can just get the cup. But we're currently about 7 or 8 seconds in arrears. It's going to be the same. And it's nice. The game will actually warn you if you try to go to the next round without, what do you call it? Without having repaired your car. It won't warn you about changing your tires though. But if you have a busted part, it will say, "Hey, you sure you don't want to fix that? You're sure about that?"
Hard left. Easy right.
And had we not had that tire failure, it would have been okay.
Hard left.
But considering we're not too far behind, then I really think that first round is the worst one.
Easy right.
And you also, if we kind of like tank slap on the side, it doesn't appear to do damage to the car.
Easy left.
It's really whether or not the wheels go off the track. And it's literally where the wheel's making contact. Like when we go over bridges, it's clear that it's not a dirt road anymore. It's, you know, if it's tarmac, and if it's not like that. Oh, that guy might, hopefully he's just destroyed. That would be useful.
Easy left.
It's like here, I'm kind of using that to kind of straighten myself out a little bit. We might have actually destroyed that guy. That wasn't really intentional. Nope, we didn't destroy them. They do kind of sort themselves out because they'll reset the car.
Caution.
Oh no. Well, we are going to get a fresh tire. That might help. See what happens here. We're serious. Well, we had a tire change, which is like 5 seconds lost.
Easy right. Caution.
See that, like, it'll blink things on the bottom if you actually do damage. So a lot of those tank slappers, like this section is the scary section on this particular level. Like if the AI manages to find its way off track. Oh god, that's terrible. Well, he crashed, so that's good for us. And hopefully we can get to the end without busting a tire, and we're good. That was bad.
Easy left.
But it almost feels like you're simulating a long race. in just like a minute or two. Are you kidding me? So much for that. We are now way too far behind. So yeah, we have to figure out what to do in these sections. And if we could figure out what to do with these sections, we'd be okay. Because we clearly have an edge in these sections, but I can't turn that into a win when we suck too much on the other section. So we'll see how much in arrears we are. We're probably just dropping this race. If a part is busted too much, we're just gonna... Wow. Wow. It's your 500 gimme probably. Yeah, we're too far behind. So the question is, how much damage did we do to the car? Whatever. We ended up making more, so we're just going to go back to what we were doing, I guess. Okay. Silliness. Also, the start house appears to be random, regardless of what position overall anyone is in. Which is a bit interesting, but it would almost, the way this game is set up, like normally in a rally, like the lead, once you've done the first segment, and in a lot of like international type racing, like even like alpine skiing does this when it's slalom or whatever, when they have more than one run combined, you start in some type of random order, and then in between each stage, once you have timing, it's an advantage to know what time you need to get, so the person who, you know, you basically run in reverse order of the current standings. It's funny, we can get through this section, keeping enough momentum, but that other one in the dirt, we just can't. It's almost like it's mud and not dirt, but I don't think so. I think it's just dirt. The game doesn't really tell you, like, I would assume, wow, there goes a tire, like mud, like, you know, dirt wet is mud, right? So like, how is rain and mud two different things? Okay, we got over the hump here. All right, let's go. No. It's like, why can't I change both tires at the foot of that hill? Because I knew they were both gonna break. Stupid. Now we just lose. But we'll get the other two sections at least. But you can see how bad we're doing. That the 3 or so second gap, the car that started behind us is now in front of us. Oh, that's just great. Screw you. So we're gonna not get any position here. We're gonna go to the next round because it's in the wet. For whatever reason, the 2 second rounds here go better. I have no idea what I did last night to win. I can only imagine it was because we were in a different car that had less weight. So getting up that hill was less of a problem. Or by choosing a better car, we play against better opponents? Question mark? I don't know, but this is another 4. If nothing's busted, we can go to the next round. But on the rain tires... It wasn't raining till the start. Till it said go. Oh dear.
Easy right. Checkpoint. Hard left. Easy
I'm hoping
left.
Ridley and I can get together sometime in the forthcoming week. Do some Super Zelda Metroid. I have a hankering.
Caution. Checkpoint. Hard right. Easy right.
Ah, Jesus. And see, that's the basically uncontrollable spin that you end up in. That doesn't make any physical sense. Despite the car actually stopping, you never break out of the spin. So it's just easier to reset the car.
Checkpoint. Easy
Oh,
right.
this is another one we're not going to get first in. I almost feel like whatever that Super Sports Zero or whatever. Like we're just facing better cars. Like it's a random lot draw
Checkpoint.
that you get. But we seem to fare better in this one because it doesn't have the hill climb. It just has the switchbacks. Whereas the first level here has the hill climb, which, although we were usually winning convincingly, it's
Easy
something
left. Checkpoint.
something happened with the car's weight where it's really bad to climb that hill.
Easy right.
But at least one championship point is ours. Maybe we can get
Caution.
two.
Hard right. Hard left.
Oh god. So we let it just kind of stabilize there.
Checkpoint.
I'm not sure we're gonna get the... Oh wow, we're actually fourth. How stupid. Oh, we got third. Give me the point. Just need, hopefully, like 6 more points to get that next car.
Hard right. Easy left.
Better start this time.
Hard right. Checkpoint.
I like that there's a checkpoint right at the start too, because it kind of gives us an idea of what the whole shot time is. Basically, like
Easy
just the
right.
raw car speed.
Easy
Because we're
left.
clearly whatever that fourth one is. You see how far we're outclassed by him. Oh, we actually cut him on that checkpoint. I have no idea why the gap says that, but those checkpoint times seem to be far more real than whatever gap it shows.
Checkpoint.
Actually winning this one. But whatever that fourth car is, he just is like clearly several seconds pace better, and that's not always the case. Sometimes you get a lot more of a cluster
Easy left. Checkpoint.
instead of one car that's like, see, like that. Like he's just, like we're now. Well, that went to 5280, 5252.
Easy right. Checkpoint.
Pretty much just right on the limit here. Not much to do on this track. Yeah, but now we have about a second edge. This should be the final
Easy right. Checkpoint.
segment here. Hey, we got a win. Give me some more points that I'm just going to inevitably lose by changing teams. Alright, we're at 597. We still not unlocked another car. How many points does Anna do? We need 10 more points. So what the heck? Let's just try this one again. It's like one more time and we should have it. Need 6 points from a potential of 9 points here.
Caution. Hard right. Hard left.
I have the squeals turned down, but you can, when you hear the squeals, like basically you're burning up the tire, obviously. But that's when the endless spins happen too.
Caution. Easy left. Hard right. Caution. Hard left. Checkpoint. Caution.
We're gonna about to bust that tire, but we got up the hill. We're not gonna reset this time. Because when we reset, we go down the hill.
Hard right.
Lost a little bit more time, but we would have lost even more time going up the hill again.
Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint. Hard right. Easy right.
I love that. You just slam on the brakes and it'll do that. That doesn't induce a spin out at all or anything.
Caution. Checkpoint. Caution.
I mean, I'll take a third. I'll take any points. Any points. That's fine. Go to the next race. Okay, we need 2 more points to hit 600.
Easy right. Checkpoint. Hard left. Easy left. Caution. Checkpoint. Hard right. Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy right. Caution.
There's no hill climb on this one.
Easy left.
Like, it honestly would be if somehow in this game you could actually pull over, switch to dirt tires for that section. Like, for how quickly it is to
Hard right.
replace a tire like that, like the speed gain of just being able to drive better,
Left. Checkpoint.
it's a very big deal. And not having to get the tire change after.
Caution. Hard right. Hard left. Checkpoint.
Alright. Well, we hit 600. We did not unlock anything. So sad. We probably have to hit the dumb threshold for the next series of races in order to get the new car. I think Cochise had to get like 700 championship points in order to get the Corolla. But I would think I'd have to get something when we unlock the next one in order is the Subaru. The Subaru.
Hard right. Checkpoint. Caution. Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy left. Checkpoint.
This is a good run.
Easy right. Checkpoint.
We're right at the end too.
Caution. Easy
We're
right.
catching up to our
Checkpoint.
opponents. Things are generally going well. Alright, let's see what we got here. Have we unlocked the car yet? Oh my god. How many more points? I need 3 more points. Alright. Alright. I'll do it. Stupid track. Probably switch over to Mahjong once we have time for a couple Hanchons, potentially. I have about 2 hours of the stream left. But we should be back for Mahjong tomorrow after Timo's Everything Must Go Power Lunch. It's a Timo Power Lunch. The tech check. Let's see how those futures are doing.
Hard right. Easy right. Checkpoint. Easy left. Caution. Easy left. Hard right. Caution. Hard left. Checkpoint.
Tire's about to blow up. Don't let me hit him. Don't hit his ass. Thank you. There goes the tire. But we made it. We made it here. We made it up the hill, so... I think that's how we won the trophy in this, is that we didn't get up the hill. We changed the tire at the bottom of the hill. But just because we did well in the other 2 races, it's aggregate time, so... We're actually very close to the other tire blowing. See it hitting the red. But a 2nd place here would be just fine. First would be really cool. Are we close to 1st? We're not that close to 1st. We are fighting for 2nd. But we got 2nd. We're an eternity behind 1st. It's already finished, and we're coming up on the finish right here. Definitely in before 3rd. That'll give us a couple points. 606. Let's get those rain tires. No idea why that was blinking. Alright. So, any placing in this, showing in 3rd or better, should unlock the last cup, and I'm assuming a car with it. That is an assumption, but the way this game has worked, I would think you'd get both. I have no idea why the number they chose, like 605 or something. We're gonna lose like 15,000 credits changing teams. So just think of it, every time we win credits, only count 80% of those, because it's all gonna get lost when we change cars. On top of the fact that we have to rebuy, like, there's different tires for the cars as well. Like, you lose all the parts, you just go back to stock parts. Because they're different, I mean, it makes sense. Wow, we're 3rd. Oh dear, it's Biba. You already missed all the racing talk. How you doing? This is Top Gear Rally 2 for the N64. And Cochise is playing. He's doing their N64 play all the games thing. And they're kind of stuck on this game. But they made some serious progress last night. And we're basically at where they were being gate kept. Because I wanted to feel how hard it was. And it looked like an enjoyable little game, and so far it has been. But yeah, it's much different than regular Top Gear Rally. A new team, there you go. Alright, we will do this last one, and then we'll go see our new team. Because I want to say we're a point or two short of the World Cup.
Easy left. Hard right. Checkpoint.
But yeah, this one, like I was saying earlier, I kind of went over everything. It's like
Easy
they
right.
genuinely, like, if it's basically like a motorsport manager, where yeah, there's this driving situation, but it's like this is supposed to be 11 miles of driving, right, over the course of like
Easy left.
90 seconds. So like I see it being like an hour and a half. Like it almost feels like you're simming a lot more than the distance you're really traveling. But there's a lot of interesting things happening in this game for what it is. Like the limitations of N64 and what you could really do with the simulation as far as racing goes. I mean, the only better racing game that I can think of, or the pole position, well, particularly, I think it's called World Grand Prix or something. World Drivers Championship or something. You can start on some fake Formula One sounding teams, and it has all the tracks, and it actually races rather well. Like, there's actually changing weather conditions. Setup matters. Practice and qualifying matter. I want to say there's also, I don't know if there's safety cars, but I definitely think I had a race where there was, I think it's just yellow flag. But the fact that there was changing weather conditions and puddling on the track, I thought that was cool, even though it was a bit dorky. Well, we did it. I'm going to take a save state here, just in case I somehow ever lose the save. Alright, so Rally Cup is now open, and you'll notice that it has 5 races. In this particular game, there should have been. They did have the safety car. Wasn't that far back. This was like a late 90s game. I think the safety car in one form or another has been around since the late 70s or 80s. But it was done differently. We also have Rally School now open too. But I'm not really sure. Random tracks. Oh. Interesting. At any rate. Let's look at our old driver's board. So you didn't get to see this. So there's all these different teams. There are 14 different teams. You start with Sport Zero. And they actually got... The other interesting thing with this game is they managed to get licensing for like Rally Art, Mitsubishi, Subaru, and Toyota. And their rally cars are actually in this game, which... That's something. So you got... In order... Like, there's also this horsepower... So like when we change teams, we lose all our parts, and we lose a lot of our credits. Sport Zero at 83 horsepower was the first one, and it basically kind of goes incrementally up, but like some of them are better than others. So this is the car we're on. Super Sport Zero has been kicking our ass. The Argon Focal, Midnight Talon, and then here we are with the Subaru Impreza. Oh, we actually have the Lancer available now too. Son of a bitch. So there's our 2 choices. We can go with the better handling car. I think we're going to try the better handling car and see what happens, but you can see there's a distinct difference in horsepower and top speed. But we will... Well, I kind of just wanted to use the Lancer now. Well, the Toyota Corolla is allegedly the best car in the game, but it also, of these 3 cars, has the worst handling. So the Corolla's it has 115 top speed, which I'm not really sure what that means, because that's not actually the top speed that you get. But I literally think your top speed is top speed times the factor of the tire of the surface that you're on. So like the tarmac tire is rated for 90%, and your top speed's 100. The highest you can go is 90 on tarmac. And if your tires are 50 for dirt, you go 50 on dirt. That's how I think it works. But the thing of it is this handling number, I really wonder if that's going to help. So we're going to try the Impreza first and see what happens. We're gonna equip the ship, with everything. Now, some of the things may not be unlocked. So the other thing that matters in this game is you'll notice that there's a weight number. Weight of the car actually matters. Durability of the parts actually matters. And the horsepower adjust is basically, it seems to be if it's just better. So like right now we're at 392, and as we add stuff, we're going to go up to 397. And we're just spending a lot of money here. 397, 402. We can get a better turbo here, so we're going to do that. Still at 407. Dump valve. And I think the weight difference is going to help us. There's 411, so gearbox is a consideration. I almost think acceleration may be more important than top speed. But I don't know. So drivetrain right now, the only thing available for the Subaru, according to this guide, is all-wheel. So we'll see how bad that is. We do need all of the tires. So we need the best rain tire, which may be the rain... Might be this Jolly Rain. Clearly the tarmac one. Yeah, this has way more durability, so we're going to buy that. All the stock tires suck. That's in case of Blizzard. Trailblazer. That's our dirt tire. And there's our rain tire. So those are our three actual choices, and there's a snow tire in there somewhere. Wow, so we haven't won enough races that we don't have the same stuff unlocked that was unlocked for the other guy. So there's got to be some stuff that upgrades. But I think we've upgraded everything that we should or can. The only thing that's an outlier is this is really expensive. But now that I've done everything I wanted to do, in fact, we could probably just save in another slot. Let's see what we got here. Oh no, we're not going to do Rally Cup, dear God. Let's see if we can beat the World Cup. We will save over that. Alright, so 10,000 Lakes Rally, so we're on rain. So we'll get our rain tires out. We're gonna bring this back up more towards normal, just to see what this car feels like. So the goal here, and I think we're gonna play some mahjong if we can win like one or two of these cups on this level. But if we can't, well, we'll see where it goes. But maybe we can get a Hanshan or two in before Jeopardy. Okay, this car is decidedly faster than the previous car. Oh my God. Okay, well, okay, first of all, that needs to come down. Very, very snappy. You'll love this, Bibo. That little sign that says tighten loose, oversteer, understeer is how I'm reading it. It's completely in reverse. Going to the right makes the car very loosey-goosey, and going to the left, which says loose, actually makes the car understeer. That's why I said I'm pretty sure they meant torque when they said the word horsepower. Okay, I think we may have learned this game. So now we're back to regular rally rules. This is a stage race, aggregate time. And our goal is to basically get through these races alive. Oh God, can we hold? We can actually hold. Holy frijoles. Wow, okay. This guy hitting me on the dick. Yeah, stick, I don't know. Okay, we made it back on the tarmac. There goes the tire. but we're honestly not doing that bad. Notably, there is a lot more grip than we ever had, and the car is, of course, faster on these surfaces than we've ever been. This is obviously very similar to that one race we were losing in the previous cup, but of course the competition... Yeah, that's how that works in rally, too. If you blow a tire, you gotta change it. Some of the stages are short enough where they have repair kits in the car. It's the rally I've seen. Like I said, it's kind of like a sim over a short... Yeah, I blew it. No, you can't. You can't do that. Now I know what you're talking about. Yeah, if you totally could, that would totally help, because this section's terrible. Like, that's one thing they got right, is that you have to make a compromise, but you really don't have a choice in the tires. You just have to make sure you're always picking the right one. Because unfortunately, like, the more risky... Wow. The more risky one has too low durability. It'll be a little bit faster on the tarmac, but it's so bad on anything else that and its durability is so bad that you can't do anything. You'll also love that the e-brake and the regular brake are basically the same, but the e-brake bites better, I guess, but you can also just make the car more loose or tight to compromise, and it doesn't matter. But there goes the suspension. Well, we are technically in third. Like, we have a game. We have a ball game here. Oh, dear. Just don't hit the rock, please. See, we would have never been able to get out of that with the other car. We're going to lose a lot of time over repairing our shocks. I see that they're red. The other thing that happens on these the higher levels is these races are a lot longer. Oh no, we're not near enough to the damn finish. That was that off track that cost us. Whoever the hell put up a 258. Yeah, so maybe speed is just going to be, like, if we can go 3 miles an hour faster, it's like 3 seconds back. I don't know. We're going to get third here. How much is third worth? Okay. It's actually a race for second. Clear night. To see, we actually have to repair. Oh dear lord, I have to. So we're gonna take a 3.5 second penalty. You can see we already started. Oh, so we actually start at 3:59. So we know that clock is honest. So after we hopefully get somewhere with this one, we're going to attempt the other. The one that's really hard, apparently, is the... Why is there snow? Why is there snow? So we don't want to take damage there for free, so I just got off of it. God damn it. So you'll also notice that the wheel spin in this game makes absolutely no sense. So like how I just started from a dead stop there, and I just started spinning sideways. Not a clue, man. I have no idea why that happens. The guide says I also have no idea why that happens. You just have to... The best thing to do is just to reset the car. You basically just get caught in a spin that just never ends. Okay, way too many off tracks. This is like iRacing in the sense that if you go off track, Biba, the amount of damage that your wheels take when you go off track it's like a simulation. Like you're spending minutes of time chucking through grass, destroying your car. Oh dear lord, that was bad. That one actually did damage to the suspension. It blinked. But I'm really just trying to haul as much butt as I can. See, there I actually got it back. That almost never happens. There goes the tire. Yeah, it's just very strange. Like, there's a lot of weird things going right in this game, and at the same time, it's just like, you gotta learn to, beat the game, as opposed to, like, the simulation's only as good as, you know. But there is a game here. Wow, we're losing now. We had 2 tire changes, but it looks like others are having tire issues as well. There's too many dirt sections, so... But really, like, the most important choice you could be making is tires, period. It seems almost everything else is pointless. Well, and if it is, it's subtle. Our car definitely weighs less than the previous car, and that seems to be helping us on those sections, because we're not, like, fighting our momentum. You are a dick. Get out of my way, man. We're gonna lose another tire, too. I really had that happen. I hate you, game. Good news is there's another section. We're definitely fighting for something. We're definitely not last, but I need to get around this guy. There we go. Also, the engine overheat, you've played rally games. It's funny, the engine overheat doesn't appear to matter. If it does, it's particularly on hill climbs where you have a lack of power. As far as top end, you seem to lose 1 mile per hour when your engine's overheated. But I just find it funny because, like, when I played Dirt 2, at the end of a section, it'll say, like, you're overheating, and I'm like, so what? It never mattered unless, like, it goes way too far. And it's usually when you accumulate other damage, like cooling issues and stuff. I need to get by you. Please, let me by you. Oh my god. Blue flags. Oh, Christ. Come on. This is decidedly harder to get around. Oh, no. That's a lot of money and time. Just because this guy wouldn't get out of my way. We might have to race the rest of this turbo. He's getting a repair. Naturally, I went... See, all you do is go off track, and you'll bust a tire every time. Well, you can see how important that turbo is. Wow, everyone else is like taking 1,000,000 points of damage. So if we can repair the turbo, we probably will to continue, because we might be in. We're in second. Give me money. It's 1,120. Oh boy. We actually have about a 6-second lead. You can see there. There's 2 sections left. This is a snowy night. Oh no, we don't have snow tires. 23%. The stock tire's technically better. Well, we're screwed. Yeah, I guess we had to buy those snow tires. We have to repair the turbo and the suspension. So we're out 18 seconds at the outset. Let's see how bad this is, because it may be not recoverable at all. And we have to, I guess, buy snow tires. I just figured we could get through one without a snowstorm. But you could see at the beginning of it, it was starting to snow, right? But you can't buy, for whatever reason, you're not allowed to buy tires or any other parts. Which makes sense in the middle of the thing, but it's just like, that's what you have to prep for? Oh dear lord. So one thing we learned with snow is in the there's a like how Gran Turismo has a driver's school. There are 5 sets of lessons, and we learned in the lesson for snow basically the best strategy, because it doesn't appear to cost you anything, but obviously you don't want to just be spinning out everywhere. But it was basically a bunch of hairpins, and the only way you could do it on the snow was maxing out your steering to be completely oversteer, which basically just means I power slide everywhere. We're probably going to lose just because our max speed is just gimped so hard because I don't have the right tires. But maybe we can get to the final stage. We haven't actually lost time. Well, we lost the 18 seconds, but like right now we're 18 seconds in arrears. But you just see how much power sliding I'm doing. Like, you can still totally spin out, but I can basically, you know, like, basically you want the car to be pretty tight when you're on doing tarmac, but when you're spinning on the snow, this appears to be the best way to go. So we're gonna attempt to beat the race, the first race in this segment. This is the one that Cochise basically spent like 6 hours on last night. And we'll get our snow tires and see what we can do with what we learned.
Caution, hard left, checkpoint.
Good to see y'all, by the way. Sharkleberry came in first. A bunch of people today.
Easy left.
But yeah, if we can beat that, then we'll play a Hanchan or two, and then we'll call it good for the day, I think. But you can see, for whatever reason, just kind of controlling your slide, like if you think about actual rally racing.
Easy right.
But we're obviously going a lot slower.
Easy
But we wouldn't have actually lost a whole lot of time if we didn't have to repair all those parts from the previous section. Starting 19 seconds behind was a serious penalty.
Easy left, checkpoint. Easy right.
Whoop, that's
Easy
bad.
left. Easy right.
Huh. Working now? Did you get a work from home? I'm assuming where you're at.
Easy left. Hard left.
I haven't heard, but I'm assuming you got whatever position you were talking about
Right.
before.
Checkpoint.
We actually really didn't lose time on tires that are terrible. So
Easy right.
maybe we have enough car to do this.
Easy left. Easy right.
No, it's anything on the road. Gotcha.
Checkpoint.
If it took out 18 seconds, we'd be at 251, and I had a spin out. So with the wrong tires, we're actually close.
Caution, hard right. Checkpoint. Easy left. Easy right. Hard left. Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint.
You see how jerky on straightaways the car is. How have we not hit the end of this? Good lord. We're about to pop another tire. Oh, we're at the end now, because there were everything in front of us. Oh no, we've caught up to the car in front.
Easy left.
But now I see checkered flag, so we're finishing. There it is. If only we had snow tires. Oh my god, we're only 18. We're actually not that far behind. No, why is there more snow? Okay, I'm just gonna go buy snow tires. Alright, so what are our choices for snow tires? Now that I've spent all of my actual bar dollars. What are our choices here? So we have Blizzard. Blizzard's 53% snow. Sub-Zero is 61, but its durability is 25. I don't know. I think I'm just going to end up buying them both. Alright. I am also going to attempt this drivetrain change. We're going to try this other drivetrain and see what happens as well. Yeah, you have to be really on it. But it's sort of like a simulation to me, right? Like, alright, we're going to try our Sub-Zero. And notice how far, all the way to the tight side, which is really oversteer. I never would say tight steering. Like I want more spin. Why would I want the wheel turns less? I just don't think that's what they meant. But here we go. Okay, so I'm already seeing an issue with the top speed of the car. Like if this is the top speed of the car, this is no good. This is absolutely no good. Alright, so that's crap. We just made a save state. Is this before I bought everything? Sounds good. I'm over revving like a mother, is what's happening. So let's get this one. Top speed it is. Alright, so we got our Sub-Zero on, which has the highest score for snow. Blizzard does not have a higher road. Blizzard has a higher road score. So I do wonder if they've like averaged it, right? But we'll try snow first. And if these tires are no good. So now we've put on the gearbox for the top speed gearbox. So acceleration doesn't matter in this game, is what I feel like. So it looks like our top speed is about the same.
Checkpoint.
Might be a little bit higher. But you can see we're way far behind. So maybe we need to go on road tires.
Easy right.
Car feels a lot better though. It handles really well compared to the other. But you can see we're 5 seconds in arrears here. So we're going to have to either find new sponsors that unlock new parts, so like basically just scoring more points, winning more races. That was beautiful. There's something here, but it's just we're still too slow. What we don't know is what tires these guys are running. Like if they have a breakdown because of what they're running, and we don't, because we're running the more durable tire. The other thing might very well just be we need to buy the fastest top speed car, because the handling doesn't matter. And that's why we made a save prior to switching teams, because we could just get the Lancer. But we don't seem to be having certainly the same power issues going up hills. We haven't really tried anything as steep as that one though. But you see, we're just casually losing pace here.
Caution. Easy left. Hard left.
Oh, there goes a tire.
Easy right.
Oh, we're gonna try the other tire.
Easy left.
Wasn't the worst, but we're about as far behind as Kochi's was. We are technically an inferior car though, so we're
Easy left.
because I think he has the Corolla now. Yeah, he had the Corolla.
Checkpoint. Caution. Hard right.
Wow, I'm so far behind that we have to do this hard right. So notice this is that what you call it. This is the bottom of that hill.
Caution. Hard
Oh
right.
god. We may actually be able to finish. If the finish is right here, we're just going to go to the finish. Wow, broken tire. Okay. So we are 35 seconds in arrears. Alright, let's try the Blizzard tires. Because clearly that didn't help. And all we're basically looking for here is to understand what competitive edge we actually need in order to be able to do something in these races. What happened to Twitch? Why is Twitch busted?
Hard left.
Hello game. Is it busted like the other day where nothing loaded? Like, I still have chat. We're gonna bust a tire here very shortly. There it is. But notice we have a lot more power this time. He busted a tire too, so we went off-road, so we're probably running the same tire now. Once in a while it says the player crashed. Oh, huh. That's not good. Busted another tire. If you don't have the, there's a Twitch program that is basically the mobile client. I can load streams through VLC because I have so many issues with that exact problem. And I have a lot of ads that fail to load and break the stream, and I'm watching from bed. Being able to watch streams in VLC, and it still counts for advertiser and stuff, because I'm still actually downloading the ad, I just never actually see it.
Checkpoint.
Well, blocking them is different than this. Like, I'm still technically receiving the ad,
Easy right.
I just don't actually see the ad.
Caution. Hard left.
So, streamer gets paid. I'm still downloading the ad and completing the contract.
Right.
And I can run the stream in VLC, but it does mean I have the mobile delay.
Easy right.
But it solves the issues of every browser I've ever used has memory leaks in it when you watch too many streams and stuff. Well, our gap is only 4 seconds here, so we just need to... Well, that's the third. Oh my god. Well, we had 2 tire changes. Well, it's not. If you're blocking the ad outright, like a U-block or something, we're gaining time, but it's just those tire changes were really costly. I'm just surprised that the stock tires in this game are so bad, despite them looking like the upgraded stock tires look like all-rounders. They're like all-weather tires, but they're not. They're terrible. But as you can see, we're gaining time on third. We just need to find more pace to beat the other guys. Yeah. Well, mine runs via Python scripts and separate things, so... Alright, that guy busted his tires. Maybe these cats can... Well, they're already at the checkpoint at 13. We're not even there yet.
Easy left. Checkpoint.
So if we can figure out the tire situation, maybe we need to go back to the prior cup, win some races, now that we should have a much more competitive car, right? And maybe get that hot sponsor to unlock some stuff. Because clearly this race is literally that one that we were beating, except these, you know, this dirt situation. Can we not hit you? You little bitch. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy right.
Now we're in fourth, unfortunately.
Hard left.
Alright, so we're going to go back to the previous one. It's like about an hour of stream left. We can do a hunt. Let's see if people are actually on.
Checkpoint.
Well, they're different vehicles, so like some of them may just be better.
Hard left.
But I mean, there's only technically 2 other cars in the game that it could be. Like, cock-blocking the AI from having the Corolla or the Lancer may actually be useful. I just figured, considering me taking the highest handling car left in the game, at the top end at least, because there is one that's an 85 handling, but it doesn't have enough power. It has a 323 for horsepower, torque, or whatever it is, whereas this one's 389. So now we're a minute in 3 in arrears, but it was mostly because stuff broke. Okay, so let's get out of this race, and let's go back to the National Cup and see if we can clean up this Pro Sport So this is the one that's on the thing. So we have these other stock tires. Like, look at this. It shows dirt and road, but look at their durability. Durability's absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So, like, we just use the, not Trailblazer, we use these Tarmacs, which have a lot more durability, but they're not as good, right? But you can see the difference, like, those look like all-rounders, but their durability is just terrible. Alright, let's see what we can do on this track. We're gonna bring down our sensitivity. But this, hopefully, like, just being able to win a few races on this will let us clean up.
Caution. Hard left.
So the torque, that acceleration gearbox just doesn't matter. You see how quick our car is off the line.
Caution. Hard left. Checkpoint. Hard right.
And that's the other thing, is for how fast we're going over the dirt now, it may actually make our tires go longer just because we're spending less time on it. That might be a function. It's just the amount of time spent on it is how fast we're burning them up.
Easy left. Checkpoint.
We are still losing somehow, by the way.
Easy left.
Hang on, I'll have to do that in a second. Oh, you're a dick. Get out of here, man.
Hard right. Easy right. Easy left. Easy left. Hard right. Easy left. Checkpoint.
Well, we're certainly winning now. Tires haven't... Oh, they're about to explode.
Easy right.
But we're ahead enough that we can actually afford a tire repair.
Easy left.
We may actually avoid... I don't think there's another section.
Easy right. Hard left. Checkpoint. Easy left.
See, we're about a second ahead of that 108.
Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy left. Hard right. Easy left.
Oh, there goes the tire.
Easy left. Into easy right. Into caution. Hard left. Checkpoint.
This is the last section. Good to have a new tire.
Easy right.
I'm only blinking yellow, not red.
Caution. Hard left. Easy left.
Okay, we did it. Most of the time in these games... Yeah! I see that, but if the difference... It's hard to know what the difference is. Well, we managed to win that. We're still on a clear day. It's going to be the same race.
Bye-bye, and Merry Christmas.
Hard left. Easy right. Hard left. Easy right. Checkpoint. Easy right. Easy right. Into easy left. Hard left. Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy right. Hard left. Easy left.
You may remember how much with the other car we were struggling on this particular track. Oh my god.
Easy right. Checkpoint.
There goes that tire.
Easy
If
left.
that was overheat? Okay, it was overheat.
Caution. Easy right. Checkpoint. Easy right.
Losing time. We're actually losing a lot of time. That guy in front of us.
Caution.
We haven't changed a tire yet either. We're very screwed right now.
Checkpoint.
Because there is another dirt section on this
Easy
one.
right.
we can survive this, we'll be okay. Hey, we got through it.
Hard left.
Do not go off track here.
Checkpoint.
'Cause that sucker is gonna blow.
Easy right into easy left. Hard left. Easy left.
Oh boy, we're just gonna lose it. It's gonna be bad. It's all right. We have another race, another day,
Right. Checkpoint.
stage, whatever. But it really just depends if that second car, how far ahead it is.
Easy left.
Sometimes the lead car is not the one that had the best time. That's kind of what we need to have happen here.
Hard right.
It might be all to play for in the last one, or we might just be boned. And we're exactly where we began. A hard game. So we are... That one was on our tail, so we're 8 seconds in arrears. But we should be able to hopefully improve our position here. So now we have rain. So we're kind of stuck with the rain tire. Alright, let's see what we got. So we need to beat that fourth car, I think, and obviously if we somehow blow everybody away.
Hard left. Caution, hard right. Hard left. Hard left.
Wow, that guy went off.
Easy
Uh-oh.
right. Checkpoint.
Come on, dude, I do need to get around you if you're really gonna do that. Whoa. Crap.
Caution,
Oh, I guess I don't need to get around you.
hard right.
We were very far ahead at that first check.
Caution, hard left.
Well, we're gonna blow in a tire here pretty quickly with what we've been doing.
Easy right. Checkpoint.
See our gap.
Hard left.
We are beating third and fourth,
Hard
but we are
left.
not beating
Hard
the
right.
front runner. We're still not going to beat him by 8 seconds unless he has a serious issue. Now we've lost time to those cats as well.
Easy left. Easy left. Hard right.
We're going to lose a tire.
Easy left. Hard left. Checkpoint.
It's basically going to happen right here. Goes. But we will get on
Hard right.
back on tarmac. Good old happy tarmac.
Hard right. Checkpoint. Easy left. Hard
Somehow
left.
we're in first, and I don't know how that happened. Did everybody else like crash?
Easy left. Hard right.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna jump here.
Checkpoint.
We're gonna bust a tire, but we got over that. That's gonna be bad. Suspension failure is fine. Just get me through this damned race.
Easy left.
One more car that could.
Easy right.
Oh no.
Checkpoint.
Oh, there goes the tire. Let's go. A lot of damage, but hopefully somebody else broke a tire.
Easy right.
See what comes out here when we get back to the tarmac.
Easy left.
It's a long race, so it may not be over yet.
Hard right. Checkpoint.
You see that our gap went way up. I mean, we're winning and now we're not. If someone we never had to repair, we would have won. So leader finishes at 2. Oh god, they both finished at 228.
Hard right. Easy left. Checkpoint.
Oh god. Well, that sucks. Yeah, you suck, game. You suck. missed it by 2 seconds. Thanks.
With a short
Thanks.
connection once more. Passengers for Southampton, please proceed to Delta 6. Passengers for Nuremberg,
Alright, what else can we do?
2. Passengers for Hanover to Bravo 4. Passengers for Luxembourg to Bravo 13.
We have the gearbox situation.
To Bravo 28. Passengers for Dublin, please proceed to
Oh, we're losing Eat It Up.
passengers for Atlanta
Front brake torque.
to Echo.
I mean, sure, why not? We've already wasted all of our money.
We kindly ask you to proceed to the gate for your next flight as quickly as possible. Passengers for Paris, your flight
It might just be time for Mahjong. Get something in before.
Charlie 7. And passengers for Birmingham.
Yeah, this is
your
N64.
flight 5 minutes past 5 from gate Delta 43. All other transfer connections can be normally.
So we could just go with the Lancer.
Caution. Hard left. Easy left.
We just completely give up on the Subaru and use the Lancer.
Caution. Hard
Yeah,
left.
it's on this Vaporwave album.
Hard right.
Cat System Corp.
Hard left.
Don't remember the name of the album.
Easy left. Hard left. Easy left. Checkpoint.
The worst thing in this game is the music. So we turned it way down because the game was smart enough to give you choices as to
Checkpoint.
what you want to hear. I'm hearing the exact same like weird
Hard right.
weird zany soundtrack. I don't need to hear it anymore.
Easy right. Easy left. Easy left. Hard right.
Eh,
Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy right. Easy left. Hard left. Easy right. Hard left. Checkpoint. Easy left. Hard right. Easy right. Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy left.
one moment. This is kind of a rhythm section. First thing. Mute it all. Yep.
Easy
Gotcha. I've been told not to buy Forza Horizon 5. It's really bad. I have 4 just because I think it was leaving the store, and I'm like, well, if I want to play like a arcade racing thing, it's just I'd rather play Motorsport.
Easy left.
Like, I can kind of jam on Gran Turismo all the time. Like, why could you? Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. I was supposed to hit like emergency brake. That was the reset car button. But honestly, hopefully, it wasn't that bad. Looks like we got first place. And we have about a 3-second lead. It is still a clear day. Tire. Tarmacs. Sounds great. Let's go. I think we'll try to get one hunch. If we win this, we'll look at the hardest man. Yes, exactly. Yeah, everything scales so hard. I'm like, that's like even Need for Speed wasn't that bad. Like the not high, most wanted, like that era. Underground.
Hard left. Easy right. Checkpoint.
We have learned something. I have no idea what I put on this car,
Easy right.
or I'm just driving it better.
Hard left.
This is a cup below the cup that is the really hard part, but we are actually winning this cup, whereas the previous car
Checkpoint.
was pretty much entirely maxed out.
Easy right.
So hopefully winning this will get some championship points and unlock
Easy left.
some quote-unquote sponsor decals, which unlock more equipment for this car. Like, all we need is, like,
Easy
just something to get us a little bit further in that snow level.
Easy left.
And then I'll probably, while Coach Ease is playing this tonight, I'm watching Timo play some Zhong. I'll probably be playing this off stream, watching them. Eat It Up, Ridley and I are going to be doing a Super Zelda Metroid at some point. I can't do it tonight. Tonight is family/wrestling night.
Caution.
Oh. If you don't hear the noise, that's like a crashing noise. You can basically tank slap. Which is, I mean, that's kind of like real life. You can tank slap pretty good, and the aerodynamics don't matter too much on a rally car.
Left.
But
Checkpoint.
if you clip something, like if you hit a rock in the water,
Into
it'll
easy
completely screw up your car.
left.
But
Easy left.
so we're gonna pop a tire here, and it's gonna be bad. There it goes. But we need a new album.
Easy right. Checkpoint.
We are doing a lot better in this race. And this race was difficult, but it's sort of this... You weren't here for me my entire synopsis of this game, because you won't hear it anywhere else. Nobody else besides me and Coaches have probably ever played this game and reported on it enough to know, tell you the tell-all story. There's one guide on Game FAQs, and it helps, but it doesn't really tell you everything you need to know. It tells you everything you need to know to, like, not get caught in the pitfalls. But like the game's manual tells you nothing. But it's an alright game. I mean, I can't say it's bad at all. Yes, he's currently playing it. And you know how I am. Like, if I see something I haven't really played, or like at one time, like, yeah, that looks fun, I'll try that sometime, or I played it, you know, for a few minutes, rented it or whatever.
Hard left.
And I never really like got to play all of it for whatever reason, or just, you know, but like, I'm like, this kind of looks like someone's struggling with it. I like challenging games,
Hard right.
and it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't handhold, but it looks like there's like enough complexity to the game to kind of see what's going on, and it's honestly okay. Like if I compared this to Penny Racers, this is like a 9 out of 10, and Penny Racers is like a 1 out of 10. Like, this is, I mean, as far as the N64 goes, with a legitimate rally racing, it is no Richard Burns rally by any means, but it's fun. It kind of feels like you're like playing a manager of a team, you know, picking and choosing your stuff and when to make decisions, and like the driving is just the driving, which does matter, but it almost feels like I'm warp speeding my way driving across a country, because certainly it advertised that we drove 11 miles. I don't think we did. But I mean, the road is, and you also have to deal with like passing other cars. Like, there's a lot of things going on in this game that, like, they made an honest attempt for what it is. But like, there's a lot of weird oddities you have to figure out. Like he just had a failure. Like, why is my car struggling to go uphill on the wrong tires, and like, what am I supposed to do about that? Because I can't run dirt tires on a track that's 80% tarmac. Stock tires are terrible, like every racing game ever. Like, they got that right. I don't know why they're in the game. I just took that because I'm like, I'm making sure I'm getting over that hill without screwing it up. I'll take the suspension repair. I want to win this stupid cup. This is the one that goes to the right. See how, right? No, so like if you played like an actual rally simulation, like Dirt 2, at the end of like every stage you have like notes for like what damage the car has. I think it's funny, like every rally game I've ever played that attempted to be a sim, your shit is overheating. The engine will be overheating every single time. Every time it'll be overheating, and it just doesn't matter. Just don't over rev it so hard. Like don't downshift or something over it, because you can damage it that way, I guess, too. But just naturally running it, it just doesn't matter.
Easy left. Hard right. Easy left.
So it's almost like a trope to me, is what I'm trying to say, which I found funny. Well, we got through that. Hopefully we got the trophy, so maybe we get an unlock here and we can take one more shot at that snow level. That's where Cochise was really, really hard stuck. We didn't unlock anything. Oh, we got more points now. But there you go, we actually got a new cup. So I'm actually going to save. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, so we're going to just save there. Okay. Did we unlock anything? So it doesn't actually, like, sometimes it tells you there's new parts. There you go. So, like, here we actually have, that might be purchased. But we're just looking for stuff that's new, right? So, like, here we can actually, that's actually an improvement. But what I'm actually looking for is tires. But I'm just curious what else we may have unlocked, because we might as well just buy each of them. Okay, so now we actually can put front-wheel drive on it, which is what I'm going to do. New tires. No new tires. Okay. New computer? No. We will buy the new shocks. And there's a new muffler. Just buy it all. Sure. Alright, let's see what happens. We actually could have just done the rally school. Oh, congratulations. I have a couple things I need to check up on when people... But I think I'm pretty close to shutting down for the year as well. Besides, obviously, emergencies or anything like that. But most... Basically, when you're in an academia-type world, the people using the product also aren't around. But sometimes there's some maintenance things I like to take care of. So we decided last time that the Blizzard tire, I think, was better, right? Yeah, we'll give the Blizzard tire a shot. Alright, so the goal here is to basically, if we can beat this, we're good. So now notice we went all the way to the tight option, which is actually loosey-goosey. It's actually massive oversteer power slide, because we're on ice. It's Disney on ice. So we have some improvements to the car. We were basically getting absolutely wrecked in this race.
Easy right.
And we'll see how bad it is now.
Checkpoint.
Okay, we were down like 4 seconds before, so this is a little bit better. But it's still bad.
Hard left.
It's still bad.
Hard right. Easy right.
We're just gonna keep getting love tapped by this guy behind us.
Easy right. Checkpoint.
4 seconds. So I think we ended up finishing like 15 seconds in arrears.
Easy left.
So, Biba, there's basically a straight factor.
Hard right.
There's a lot of things to unpack here, but the first thing is
Easy right.
whatever tire you choose, there's a percentage. And how I was explaining earlier, like say the top speed listed for the car is 100 miles an hour.
Right.
Let's say that's what the number is. If you're on tarmac with a tire that says 90%, I hypothesize, and in dry conditions, so all you have to worry about is the fact that the tire says 90%. This is why tire selection is so important. I'm pretty sure 90% times 100 means your top speed is 90. That's it. So when it's on snow and the tire says 60%, you get some 60% factor of your top speed. But it appears that because we're still on road plus snow, I don't think it's an average, because we tried running with dry tires that work in wet, if that makes sense. Like they have a reasonable number for the wet, but they're not wet tires. They don't perform as well. Like it's overweighted. Like you need to be running snow tires here, or you're going to be doing worse than if you run the better tires. So we have two Blizzard tires, one with a higher road and one with a higher snow. So we're basically trying to see which is better or worse. And clearly we can't even compete on this tire. So we're going to try this again with the other tire.
Checkpoint. Caution. Hard right.
We're going to compete on the other tire and see what happens. So that tire was the 53 in the snow, 32 durability with 40% on road. So now we're going to go to the one that's 61% in the snow and see how bad that is. So now notice our top speed appears to be a few miles an hour faster. It's like if you were to play this game, my recommendation to you is to get any track you can that you can get points on and do the driving school, because you basically get free championship points for doing it. I'm a moron for having not done the world class one. And yeah, we are just spinning out because that guy hit us, and basically we're stuck in just a death spiral for whatever reason on the grip. So we want to see how much gap we have from this checkpoint to the next, knowing that this race is already lost. No, eat it up. You can choose manual, but it really doesn't matter. If your tire blows on the uphill, you're gonna lose so much time, you just quit. It just doesn't matter. You want the tire to blow at the bottom of the hill. I didn't check that split. We were like at 12.5 2 splits ago. So how bad is this split is what we want to know. This tire is also going to blow up before the end. So we're still losing time. We don't appear to be losing time at the same rate. But we basically have 3 choices of gearbox, and the acceleration one it's the top speed sucks too much. Top speed's way too bad. The other thing, Biba, is when we're on the spin out mode, like if you get caught in a spin, you'll notice that me tapping the A button kind of, it's sort of like when you're power sliding or whatever and you have to get the car back. It's basically just like free wheel spin happening. But we really aren't caught. The coaches last night was clearly having an issue where they were oversteering it so hard that they were caught in a slide that it wouldn't let you accelerate, like you're over revving. And so you basically have to let go of A, and like and that's normal in like a regular racing game, but it's not quite the same in this, and it's hard to describe why it's different. But it has something to do when you just kind of you hear the tires squeal forever, like it should, but just you'll notice that like your speed is just wrong, and it's like, why is my speed like slower? And then you hear the noise, and you're like, okay. But we clearly need something more to be competitive on this track. So I guess the question is what more can we get? Like what could we possibly be even getting? Like, I guess this is the point I have to decide if we're playing a Hanshan or are we gonna get more rally points. Let's get some more points. You have to use that car too. There's only 2 other cars better than it. Reverse your car. Hi, what? Where's the shop? Did we pass that? Did we actually pass that? Note the grade doesn't actually matter, FYI. So this one has the best handling. There's 2 cars better, but I was not expecting that to be a challenge. But I guess there are times you need to back up in this game. So this one said high speed. We're not really that high speed of a car. This car sucks. But anywho, yeah. So there's this, the Lancer, and the Corolla. They're all legit like real life rally cars. Oh god. Hitting cones actually doesn't matter too much. Like these. Is that what this one is? Yeah, you might be right. Please tell me we passed it. That was a grade A. There you go. Driving with failures. That sounds terrible. Damaged suspension and tires. Alright. So this is where you see I have to pump the A button here to get some speed together. I wonder if the tire will explode. The next one says random tracks. I wonder what the heck that's gonna be. It has no time though, so I don't know what that means. It might just be completed. But you can hear the squeals, right? And that's kind of when I know I have to press the button. Tap the A button. I must have a pretty good score, I would think. But I mean, they do teach you in the tutorials like how to do. Like, this was actually pretty good for like not having a manual. Oh god! Oh, there goes the tire. Do we change the tires? Was I supposed to change the tires? That would be terrible. That'd be terrifying because I'm pretty sure the timer was 48 seconds. Please don't tell me I have to do this again. Please tell me the time was higher. Don't make me do this again. Just don't. You guys suck. Fuck you. God damn it. Yeah, I was supposed to change tires. Of course. Hilarious. We nearly got the target time. Peugeot. There you go. You know too much, Viva. These bad vector graphics. You know what it is. I can't believe that we were supposed to change the tires. I mean, it's a good tutorial because clearly me trying to do it the wrong way. By the way, there's no bonus, which I do like. Because in Gran Turismo, like, in order to get what you want, you have to like get all golds. And that's just a lot of like replay. That becomes tedious. Okay, we completely destroyed this one. Sounds good. So I have no idea what random tracks means. Let's find out. Grade is based on placement, so we need to not lose. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'll be better than Forza.
Hard left.
But Gran Turismo, I'm told, went kind of arcadey. But I've not been able to play it because it's on quote-unquote modern consoles.
Checkpoint.
Okay, so we're losing. That's bad.
Left. Easy right.
Yeah, exclusive. It's just so
Easy
stupid.
left. Caution. Hard right.
I don't want to deal with their stupid DRM, so I'm just
Easy
like,
right.
why would I buy a computer that only plays your things for 600 plus bones, and then I have to subscribe to your stupid service? I hate software as a service so much. Wow, we actually got nowhere in that. How the hell are we supposed to beat that? Yeah, GT1 and GT2. I like the first four, to be honest. Huh. Huh. Well... You know, one thing we haven't really bothered with is manual, but if we didn't fall off the track, maybe we would have done better.
Easy left. Easy left. Caution. Hard left. Checkpoint.
Okay, maybe we're just gonna do better this time, because I didn't
Caution.
screw up.
Hard left.
Hitting that chicane really
Hard
well.
right.
No, you
left.
asshole! Get out of here.
Easy right. Checkpoint.
I didn't mind 3 and 4, but I'm sure there's
Easy
differences.
Right. Easy left.
Did we at least get not last? Not last is all we're shooting for. Fuck! Are you kidding me? Okay, so what? Okay, let's do the final test. Random track. It's not random at all.
Easy right.
Okay, so functional problem here.
Easy left.
Okay, we're in first now
Hard
somehow.
left.
Why
Hard right.
are we just bad at that other track? Like so bad that it just something can't. Yeah, really.
Hard left. Easy right. Checkpoint.
Because clearly we're winning at this one. So what's
Easy
happening
right.
on the dirt
Two
level?
hard left.
It's very short. I'll
Caution.
give it that. We're getting
Caution.
absolutely wrecked here.
Easy left.
Also, way
Two
faster
easy right.
car.
Caution. Checkpoint. Easy right.
Oh God, bless it.
Hard right.
It's just flipping out because
Hard
it's.
left.
I don't think there's anything wrong. But yeah, it does that. That's basically me screwing up and going off track and it losing where things are, maybe. There goes the turbo.
Caution.
The goal here is we just have to beat somebody. The annoying thing is it doesn't tell us how long this track is. We're gonna know soon enough.
Easy left. Checkpoint. Hard right.
We're back in third. I'm not braking there, and that's really bad. We're gonna lose a tire here too. We just lose now. Yeah, you guys suck. How long is this
Hard
track?
right. Hard left.
The
Hard
rattle
left.
is the drivetrain, by the way.
Hard left. Easy right.
Can somebody just crash for me? Oh, we might actually be... Oh no, they finished at 125. That's so funny. You're so funny. I don't even get points for failing at this. That's so stupid. Okay. So, let's try this again. Let's just start trying things. The last test that we couldn't pass was on ice. And generally we were doing much better on tarmac, but we've been like generally just been easily winning tarmac
Easy
races.
right. Easy left. Hard right.
But I'm just curious now if I can just get the turning so open
Hard right.
that
Checkpoint.
maybe we can do something here.
Easy right.
Like maybe the strategy is just to be as loosey-goosey as possible. I don't know why I need to like turn that off.
Left.
Well, I may have solved it. You see what's happening here. We're gonna burn out our tires a lot faster, it looks like. Did we just win? Are the tires broken on this one? They're throwing up smoke constantly. No, I made it looser. Look at that, we won the first time. So what if I make it a little bit less loose? Like, there basically seems to be no penalty for how loose it is, besides, like, if you really go too hard, you'll burn the tires up a lot harder. But as long as we, like, make the corner, we stop. It's like how much turn you actually have to do over the time period. So, like, if it's quick, it's the same effect as if it wasn't. Okay, well, now I know what the issue is. Let's see what happens. We were winning this one before, though. I actually saw the AI hit those aircraft, and it was very funny. Don't hit those rocks, you'll die. Okay, well, I think I know what we need to do on ice now. We're already trying that. But we're going to do that again. With anything we can unlock. In fact, I don't even care if we try it on the slick tires, on the tarmac tires. I wonder if that's the difference. So much for playing a game of Mahjong. But I hope we're enjoying this. I just wanted to figure this one out. Yeah. So the trick to this game might very well be making the steering as twitchy as possible. Because once you have the grip level, you will hold the track, and you see we're not losing that much speed in the corners anymore. Okay. Well, now I know what to take to that other track. And you see there, like, the other thing with the snow thing is that I can catch that oversteer a lot more easy It doesn't always work, but basically just I can power slide the other way to avoid,
Easy
you know,
right,
losing.
hard left.
Okay, well, clearly this is something, right? Yeah, it's like Ace Ventura. I just remember the huts from Beetle Adventure Racing. Okay, so we got 24 points for that. So we may have actually unlocked new parts. So we're going to go down here. I know we spent all of our money, but it's almost less annoying at this point for me to... So let's see what we have unlocked. Nothing. I still have broken shocks, but that doesn't matter because we're not even equipped. Just seeing if anything else unlocked, because sometimes the game like tells you and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so we can get a new intercooler. That would be probably a very marginal increase. But I'm looking for stuff like that totally changes how we're doing, like a new gearbox or something. Here we can go to a much more efficient drive. Okay, that's something that's interesting. No new tires. We already saw those brakes before. And the Genesis computer, which is a lot better. But alright, let's get our tires on. You know what? Let's try it. Why not? If we literally just creamed every, like, literally changing one thing got us like a 15-second difference in that jungle level, so maybe we'll see what happens here, because we technically are on tarmac. It's just going to be hell getting up to speed and staying there. But this appears to be about the same speed we had before, right? But you see, I'm very loosey-goosey here, so we're 2 seconds. We'll see how bad this gets.
Caution, hard left. Hard right.
You can see how much loose there is here, how much oversteer. Hello. Oh, I didn't mean to hit reset. We'll just take a look
Easy right.
at the next 2 checkpoints and don't have to switch back. Okay, this is obviously pretty bad. Top speed 85. Loose to the point that we can't actually drive it. So what was the other choice? A better drivetrain. Okay, so our time... I don't know what our arrears were. Looks like we're about 20 or so seconds behind. Okay, it's undrivable. Undrivable. So what are our other choices? We got Blizzard and Sub-Zero. It's just amazing to me. There aren't... How are there not other tires? How is there not, like, a better tire? But you see, we actually are going faster on these tires than we were on the road tires.
Checkpoint.
Okay. So I don't know, we'll see how this fares.
Caution, hard left. Hard right.
Bearing in mind here that we actually have front-wheel drive.
Right. Easy right. Checkpoint. Easy left. Hard right. Easy right. Checkpoint.
Alright, we're 9 seconds
Hard
behind.
right. Easy left.
Tire is about to blow. A lot of track to go. What are we going to do? I guess we have to win something else and unlock something else. I guess, since I really don't have time to do a Hanchan now, I guess tomorrow will just be Mahjong Extreme. We'll try some of the other races here and see if we can beat some of those. Because clearly we need something, and I just don't know what that something is.
Caution.
There it goes.
Left.
It doesn't really seem like
Hard left.
going to manual will really change anything. I've already tried that before
Checkpoint.
off stream.
Easy left.
It's just got to be, we either have to unlock something, get good,
Easy left. Checkpoint. Caution. Hard right.
yeah, I don't know what to do with this level. It's just impossible. Let's see how bad the getting good is a tough unlock. Oh, dear. Let's try the Rally Cup again. International Drift. Okay, something not on snow, please. Jungle? Well, we were doing good in the jungle, so let's see if we can make that happen. Because clearly, like if we can win any of these races, the amount of money that flies in and the amount of championship points is a lot more than those other races.
Easy left.
But remember, we basically schooled the driving school with whatever they gave us. So we'll see if basically the same track. I'm sure you've noticed by now that all these tracks, like when we're in the jungle, it's the same pieces of track. It's like Road Rash, except they move the different parts around. Whereas in Road Rash, it's just like it's the Alaska level, except we added 2 miles at the end of it. Well, in this, it's different. They mirror pieces. It's like they built it when they Excite Byte 64 or whatever.
Easy left. Checkpoint.
Okay, well we're in. This is the harder cup than the one that we keep losing at, and at the moment our time is more competitive than the cup below us. So maybe we need to farm the jungle, because clearly this is somewhere. We're still losing. We need to at least get third. But tires haven't blown up.
Caution.
Oh no. Well, what is that?
Right into
Oh
easy
my
left.
god.
Hard right.
Was that the Corolla?
Hard left.
Instead of using brake, I'm doing a lot of like letting go of the throttle and just basically punching it coming out of the turn.
Easy right.
Well, this is a short track too. I like
Hard
that.
right.
I like short tracks.
Hard left.
Short tracks mean we can farm money faster.
Easy right. Checkpoint. Easy left.
Where's the end of this godforsaken track? Oh no, we actually lost by a lot of time. We lost by like 10 seconds. Less than the other one. How much pity money do we get? $600. But notice we're not that far behind the other cars. So we're going to give this a shot again. Rain. So we're going to switch to the rain tires. And we're just going to stick with this. Look, we clearly have some type of pace advantage. Being able to power slide like a maniac.
Easy left.
So we got one car starting behind us, which is probably going to pass by us.
Caution.
Overheat. 100 meters into the race. We probably need a better intercooler. That's probably why that keeps happening. But it's not unlocked, so... Oh my god, there's a race in one of the Gran Turismos that has exactly that corner.
Caution.
That straightaway in corner, it's like the Tahini. Oh my god, I remember that one. That was like the worst time trial ever. You had like this dorky little
Easy right.
beetle looking car.
Easy
and you
left.
basically had to drive the rails off of it,
Hard
and you
right.
couldn't
Hard
you
left.
couldn't off
Checkpoint.
track, which meant you couldn't hit any of those walls.
Hard
Okay, well we're
right.
close to beating somebody on this track. I see. It's hard for me to look at anything besides the gap. Well, we're now in third.
Hard
Progress.
left. Easy right. Checkpoint.
2 seconds to second.
Easy left. Hard right. Caution.
Okay.
Easy
I think that
right.
was a little
Into
shortcut.
easy left.
They can take the inside or not. Okay, I don't know what's happening there.
Easy right.
We got a barn burner. Look at those times. Hopefully we didn't get last. Jesus. Just keep losing time to whatever the hell that car is. It's busted. Is that the Corolla? So like picking the Corolla means we don't have to race against it, right? Can that happen? Are we allowed that? Are we allowed that much?
Hard left.
We're 18 seconds behind the
Hard
Corolla,
right.
whereas everybody else, it's
Caution.
pretty close. I have no idea what we were actually supposed to do to do something.
Checkpoint. Caution. Hard left. Checkpoint. Hard right.
Oh, that Corolla is just hacks, man. So we're close, so my suggestion to myself is we need to go back down to the fourth tier. And we need to find the dirt race, and we need to do the dirt race.
Hard right. Hard left.
Because clearly we're close. We're close on this. We're miles behind the Corolla.
Hard left.
But everybody else, if we actually drove to the absolute max, we'd be winning this. And I know we don't have all the parts unlocked. Because it like reset our sponsors and we changed cars. So we have to kind of win those unlocks back
Easy right.
or something.
Checkpoint. Hard left.
Currently we're beating one car. No, we're not beating any cars. They were already finished when we did that last check. So we should probably retire here. Not possible to win. So let's go back. World Cup. And let's try... What's the gully? Is the Gully Gulch the jungle? That's desert. Well, I don't know. We have rain tires on. Let's try it.
Easy right. Easy left.
Yeah, I guess Mahjong is going to be for tomorrow.
Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy right.
Maybe we'll start early. Maybe we'll start in the morning. I don't know.
Hard left. Into hard right.
Gotta remember to brake for the train tracks.
Easy left.
Otherwise, you'll just blow every single wheel that's on a drive. The AI sometimes will drive right over it too. It's hysterical.
Checkpoint.
So notice I'm basically pumping the gas sometimes. You can't see my inputs, but just to get the additional speed increases.
Caution. Hard left. Checkpoint. Hard right.
There we go. That was pretty good.
Hard left.
Just hit the wall like 3 times.
Hard left.
Just drive the most twitchy car ever. So is it just that Twitchy car does really good in the jungle, and then like jungle and snow, and then it just sucks everywhere else? Because one thing I did notice on the tarmac is when you're this loose and you're kind of slipping on the straightaway, you will lose speed. You're going to scrub speed doing that. But it helps so much on the turn-ins.
Easy right into easy left. Easy left. Checkpoint.
Anything not last, gentlemen. That's all we're shooting for
Easy
here.
right. Hard
You know,
left.
third place trophy at this level is probably worth as much as a first place and one below one. Oh, Jesus. You suck. Well, that's no good. How much does the turbo going to recost to replace? I mean, if we get $1,000, and like if it costs eight something to replace the turbo, of course I'm going to lose 5 seconds. And it's a clear day. Clear day. So not rain tire. We need a dirt tire. What was new, by the way? I saw new. No, it must be crazy. So we're gonna lose a lot of time. We didn't lose money though, and we gained a point. Every point matters.
Easy right into easy left. Hard right.
Okay, you see how we just like instantly become
Hard
fourth?
left. Checkpoint.
So there we are. We're exactly our penalty time behind
Easy
everybody.
right. Easy left.
See if we can improve on any of that.
Caution.
Oh boy. See, there's your tire. Hitting the
Easy right into easy left. Easy right. Checkpoint.
so that tire change we lost a lot of time.
Easy left. Easy
I
left.
think we just abort here and try again. We need to be able to beat something. It's really depressing that we can't beat anything with this new car. What's the 10,000 lakes? Oh, Jesus. We try it? Just need a win, man. Anything. Any race. Just give me a win.
Easy right. Hard left. Checkpoint. Easy right. Easy left. Easy right.
They had an issue.
Hard left. Checkpoint. Easy left. Hard right. Easy left. Easy right. Checkpoint.
Okay, we're winning. This is
Easy
we're
left.
winning. Uh-oh. Are we accomplishing something?
Easy left. Hard right. Checkpoint.
Try not to break the car. Oh god. That was a big oops.
Hard right. Easy left. Hard left.
Trying to keep it on the tarmac. Because if we go on the grass, the tire's gonna blow up.
Easy left.
There's another dirt section. I just don't want it to break until
Easy
we get
right.
there.
Hard left.
Yes. God bless it. Can you at least get me through here without busting? You piece of shit. Get out of my way,
Hard
man!
right.
You're a dick. Get out of here.
Hard left.
So they're running like
Hard left.
legit
Checkpoint.
tarmac tires. For how slow he was.
Caution. Easy right.
There it is. So we went from first to not first.
Easy right. Checkpoint. Caution, hard right. Hard right. Easy right. Checkpoint. Easy right.
It's
Into
not
easy
over,
left.
but we're in trouble. Gotta get to the end without crashing. We're having another tire failure.
Easy right. Into easy left. Caution. Checkpoint. Easy right.
Probably gonna blow right here. Oh my god, we got off the dirt. Oh, damn it. Just should have never had that issue. You can see how much we are in arrears to at least 2 cars. We should be third though. Like that's at least folding money.
Easy right.
But we're not even third.
Hard left.
We might get there. Wow, there's actually corn in this
Easy
level.
right. Hard left. Checkpoint.
Can we at least hold third? Not non-zero progress. Alright, well, technically we got a race here. Clear night. So tarmac. I'm gonna stick. The other nice thing is you can change that steering sensitivity in the menu. Like in the pause menu. It's really nice.
Easy right.
Now, oh, we had to abort last time because we didn't have snow tires, so this time we actually have them. We'll see what happens with that.
Checkpoint. Easy left.
Ah! Well, we actually, well, we held the road. We're gonna take more tire damage than I wanted, but
Easy left.
we held the road.
Caution. Hard right.
It sucks that passing on
Caution.
this level is so hard.
Left. Hard right.
Tires are green somehow.
Hard left.
Yep, around, please.
Easy right.
But if I can put some distance between me and these cats on this level, that gives us a shot on the snow level with how awful our
Easy
car is in the
right.
snow.
Checkpoint. Easy left. Hard
You can
right.
see we got a reasonable gap now.
Easy right.
We had time to catch up to win. Oh, we're not supposed to hit that though.
Easy
That's
right.
bad, very
Checkpoint.
bad, very
Hard left.
bad.
Easy
It's
right.
okay, we probably have to make at least one tire change anyways. There it is. That's okay. I don't like you getting in front of me though. But you can see we had a 10-second lead.
Easy left.
Come on, man.
Right. Hard right. Checkpoint. Easy right.
Ew.
Easy left.
Okay, we're still far ahead. But we might end up having to blow
Easy
that on a
right.
tire
Checkpoint.
change.
Hard
Hopefully the
left.
others have the same problem we
Easy
do,
right.
and that's...
Easy left. Caution.
There it
Hard
goes.
right. Caution. Checkpoint. Hard left.
Wasn't a tire. The engine overheat sounds the same.
Right.
It's a tire
Caution,
going
hard
down,
left.
and it only can show one at the same time.
Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy right.
A lot of extra... Oh no! That's a big problem. Too many hits.
Easy right.
Too many hits. We probably will
Caution,
resume
hard
with our turbo
right.
off. Like, we're
Caution.
not going to repair it, because we're going to lose too
Easy
much
left.
time. And if the next one's in the snow, the turbo's not going to probably matter anyways, top speed-wise. so we'll just be down to turbo.
Easy left. Easy left.
Gotta be very
Hard
close to
right,
the end.
checkpoint. Hard
Oh,
left.
something just broke.
Hard right.
Rear suspension. Okay.
Easy right.
Oh no, you're saying
Easy left.
things. Hang on.
Hard right. Checkpoint. Easy left.
D3. Oh, cool.
Hard left.
What did you get?
Hard right.
Please be the finish. Oh. SMT2. That's that Shin. That I know. I've seen that game. That was a lot of money. We are now winning by 10 seconds. Do my bro, postpone SMT. Nice. Snowy. So we gotta change our tires first of all. That has to happen. Now what the hell are we doing with this? Turbo repair is 15 seconds. That's really bad. Shock repair is 19 seconds. So we're going to repair nothing. How much does it cost to put these shocks on the car? 2 seconds. Sounds good. How much to put this on the car? Sounds good. Let's go. We put on... So when you have additional parts, you can actually just choose... You can't buy more of the same part. But you are allowed to, basically I swapped parts to just have a working stock suspension opposed to nothing.
Hard left. Easy right. Checkpoint. Easy left.
This game actually reminds me of 1000 Miglia, is the Italian 1,000 mile race, where it kind of played out like an adventure, and then it had segments where you had to drive.
Checkpoint.
And it's a famous road race that takes place on actual roads from the turn of the 20th century kind of time.
Hard right.
Are we actually gonna win? Well, do better to introduce them. That's a good one though. I think I saw Concakes playing that.
Hard left.
At some point it ended up in one of my libraries.
Hard left. Checkpoint. Hard right.
So we're really trying to stay on the track here because we don't want to burn these tires out. But we have such a gigantic lead from whatever we're doing.
Easy left.
Do not go to the right because it's going to burn our tires.
Caution. Hard left. Checkpoint.
We're probably going to finish up this race.
Easy right.
Call the stream there. This
Easy
Jeopardy is going to start.
Hard right. Easy left. Checkpoint.
Oh, there goes the tire. It's okay that we got an 11-second lead, so
Easy right.
let's just keep it coming, keep it coming.
Easy left. Easy left. Easy left. Checkpoint.
I've never
Easy
seen a
right.
gap this large. Like, we're
Easy
certainly
left.
doing something right. Oh, that's a suspension piece.
Easy
I don't know
right.
what's going to happen. We have no suspensions left. Well, I mean, we can run without it, but it's going to be really
Easy left.
loosey-goosey.
Hard left. Hard right. Checkpoint.
This is level 4, by the way,
Easy
so we're actually
right.
beating this race
Hard
handily.
left. Easy left. Easy right. Checkpoint.
Oh, God. I do really like the tire braking mechanic, though.
Caution, hard
I
right.
do enjoy that. 'Cause it punishes you for off tracks in a way that's, I mean, it's very rally-esque.
Checkpoint. Easy left. Easy right. Hard left.
Gotta keep the car pointed
Easy
forward.
right.
Oh my god.
Easy left.
Why are we so much faster in this section? Oh my goodness.
Caution, hard
I'm
right.
literally driving on ice. Alright. Can this be the finish? Or the hay bales? We are so far ahead right now. We can probably actually change out the turbo for the final one, but I don't think we need to. Oh my god, we actually won this race. Alright, so we got one more in this one and then we're done. But we destroyed that. You're 30 seconds ahead, just about. We have nothing but working parts. We're still in the snow. I'm just gonna run with it. I'd rather keep my 30-second lead than attempting to change a part. Because like changing out the turbo and stuff costs too much for a marginal difference in turbo. So I still have a working turbo and a working suspension, and those got repaired up to 100% for free.
Hard right.
It'd be nice if we actually unlocked another intercooler. That might actually help us.
Hard right. Hard left.
But since we're going to end in a couple minutes, and it's probably going to be pretty abrupt because I want to go watch Jeopardy. Thanks for joining, everybody. We were going to play Mahjong, and then we didn't. But we did get pretty far in this, and Coaches will be playing it later. So I'll be checking in on that and giving the tips. I mean, the biggest tip basically is on once you reach this point, and we're on these really bad weather tracks, taking the steering all the way to tight, aka massive oversteer. You just power slide through everything, and I'm basically not braking as much as possible. And if I had to worry about it more, I'd have to memorize, like, you know, because, like, you know when it's coming, like when the bad hairpins and stuff come. And I'm just basically tapping the brake or the emergency brake just to make sure I don't go off track too hard, because the off track, you don't want to be blowing tires more often than the AI does. And the AI basically just doesn't have off tracks, but they'll still take the tire wear as normal. So you don't need to worry about that too much, as long as you can, like, make the uphill.
Easy left.
As you can see, we're just dunking the AI on this level.
Caution, hard right. Checkpoint. Caution, hard right. Easy right. Easy right.
Whoa! Whoa! Probably gonna pop the tire here.
Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy left. Easy right. Easy left. Caution, hard left. Easy left. Checkpoint. Easy right. Easy
And notice, like, all that,
Easy
well,
right.
it hurt there, but it doesn't really seem like all that swerving up and back really does a whole lot of damage. More damage than just, like, running on the surface anyways.
Easy left. Easy right. Hard left. Checkpoint.
And I guess all those little rubs, I mean, that's how we busted our turbo. So I guess rubbing the sides is bad. So still
Caution,
don't do
hard
it
Left.
if you can help it.
Easy left. Easy right.
But I guess having additional parts to swap them out so you still have that most of that
Hard
part's
left.
ability.
Checkpoint.
Goodness, I'm gonna end up blowing those. Oh,
Caution,
now I am missing
easy
Jeopardy,
left.
so we won't take another look at that level. But hey, we got a trophy on one of the tier 4s.
Hard left.
I believe we're at the end
Caution.
here. These tracks get so long too. I mean, it's really not that long, but they're probably like 5
Easy
minutes
left.
long.
Checkpoint.
Considering that that timer is
Easy
seems to be
right,
slower than a
hard
second.
left.
Oh, there goes the tire. Alright. There's the finish. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. See y'all tomorrow, probably sometime for Mahjong. See what our rewards are, but instead I'm signing off. There we go. We got $3,000 and 12 more championship points. So that's something. All of a sudden we're back up to... Once we unlock anything, I want to see that really quick. Didn't unlock any of those. There was the new intercooler. Had that other drivetrain to check out. No new tire. And we never bought the computer. So there's a few small things we can change. Alright, I will check y'all later.